few more games that he can stand up and play really well.
Chris Knobloch there, pregame scouting report presented by Gulfstream Park Racing. Experience the thrills at Gulfstream Park with year-round thoroughbred racing. Go to GulfstreamPark.com. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. We'll step aside. We'll come back. The starting lineups and the drop of the puck next. It's the Panthers and the Oilers. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
This has been Panthers Preview. Face-off for tonight's game is just minutes away.
You're listening to the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Metro Group Miami, corporate partner of the Florida Panthers. The home of Metro Signs and Metro Wraps has been South Florida's business choice for quality signs and graphics for over 34 years. No sign is too big or too small for the experts at Metro. They bring brands to life. Call them today, 954-983-6662, 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to learn what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, your everything team.
Hey, Cats fans, get ready to feast at Lime Fresh. Fresh food and award-winning margaritas. Yes, please! From Miami-Dade to Broward, we've got locations all over. And right now, you get 50% off your in-house order just by repping Go Cats. Go to LimeFreshMexicanGrill.com to find your nearest location. Oh, yeah. Lime Fresh. Fresh food, fresh flavor, and, of course, fresh vibes.
The fastest game on ice.
Step up. And Schmaltz, he's in. Schmaltz to step up. He scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. KIS HD2 Boca Raton. It's game time.
That's the power play. Barkov the chuck in front. Bouncing puck. Jammed it. They score! A power play goal! Carter Verhaeghe on the backhand. And the Panthers take the lead.
The defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers are on.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
This is the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Sponsored by Baptist Health, the official sports medicine provider of the Florida Panthers. And by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers.
Now, let's get right to the action.
The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome inside Amerant Bank Arena here in Sunrise. It's the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Panthers lead the best-of-7 series 2-1. Your starting lineups presented by SeatGeek. Your ticket to great Panthers seats for the Panthers, coached by Paul Maurice. The starting forward line, Alexander Barkov between Sam Reinhart and Carter Verhaeghe. Gus Forsling defensively alongside Aaron Ekblad. The goaltender is Sergei Bobrovsky. For the Oilers, coached by Chris Knobloch. The starting forward line is Connor McDavid between Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Connor Brown. Brett Kulak, Evan Bouchard defensively. The goaltender for Edmonton is Stuart Skinner. The officials tonight, the referees are Chris Rooney and Jean Hebert. The linesmen are Devin Berg and Ryan Gibbons. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Our on-site engineer is Robert Grieper. Trevor Harris back at studio control. It's the Panthers in red, right to left. The Oilers in white, left to right. As we are set to go here in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Panthers coming off a 6-1 win Monday night in Game 3. A win here, and the Panthers would be one win away from a second straight Stanley Cup. Barkov stands in against McDavid. We're underway here in Game 4, off and running in Sunrise as the puck's played down to our right by Kulak. Into the Panthers in. Connor Brown, McDavid right, circle a shot, and a save made by Bobrovsky. McDavid back on it in front. Whacked that in close by Nugent Hopkins. Wide of the goal. Bobrovsky got a piece. McDavid now rattles one behind the net. Nugent Hopkins right point. Bouchard a drive, and that's wide. Over along the far boards. Kulak hammers one down to the corner. Picked up there by Reinhart. Reinhart grabs it for the Panthers. Forsling, Barkov then, and dumped over was Reinhart. No call on the play as Reinhart from the seat of his pants gets the puck all the way down to our left. We've gone 36 seconds here in a scoreless first period.
Oilers use that rim dump to perfection like the Panthers do, and it comes to Connor Brown quickly in front to McDavid. McDavid shifts and shakes a couple of times and gets a good first shot on net for the Oilers.
Far corner in the Panthers zone. Darnell Nurse bumped there by Tulo Osterinen. Panthers a chance to charge out right to left across your radio. Anton Lundell across the Oilers line. Plays one down near corner. Back behind the net, Marchand. He was there. Then Lundell scoops up control of the puck out to the near point. Mikla drive in. That deflects away into the mesh. We've gone a minute, 8 seconds early on. Panthers and the Oilers scoreless here at Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final here this evening before the series shifts back to Edmonton for Saturday night's Game 5. We use the word pivotal a lot in the playoffs, but this one tonight, Billy, it really is a pivotal contest.
Yeah, it's massive. You go up 3-1. The Panthers trying to take control. Connor McDavid, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the line, but Connor Brown moves up on the right side. Corey Perry drops down to the fourth line. Corey Perry comes into this game riding a 5-game point streak at 40 years old, one of their best players. Interesting choice by Knobloch to drop Perry down the lineup and bring Connor Brown up, but Connor Brown does have a ton of speed.
Matthew Tkachuk as the Panthers control the draw. A shot from Seth Jones straight on at the line. That rattles wide off a body. Matthias Ekholm got it to the blue line. The Oilers ultimately get it out. Down to our right inside the Panthers' end. Sam Bennett, he'll swerve along, heads up the right side. Spots a man along the wing, a long shot, and that attempt from Rodriguez is steered away by Skinner. Then a drive from Mikla stopped as well. Mikla down behind the net, off to the far corner. He'll leave it behind the net. Tkachuk out to the far circle, a shot, then a rebound. Chance for Bennett and a sliding save, a diving save made by Stuart Skinner. Few big saves early on for the Oilers netminder. In go the Oilers now up the right wing side. of Evander Kane rolls one down wide into the near corner. Here's Leon Draisaitl for Edmonton. A centering feed that takes a bounce away. Out come the Panthers. Seth Jones up the far side. Rodriguez looks to chip it along. That goes out of play. Minute 58 gone by here in the first. No score. It was a topic coming into this one. Was Stuart Skinner, after getting pulled in Game 3, going to get the call for Game 4? Well, he's up to the task early here, Billy.
What a sequence. Bennett got the easy entry to the zone, and it comes around. They get a good shot from Mikla, and it comes all the way to the side of the net by Bennett. Looks like he has a yawning cage, and coming across, Stuart Skinner just dived, and that shows his athleticism. He's not the most technically sound goaltender. There is athleticism in that body to make that kind of save against Bennett.
Carter Verhaeghe in close, then a rebound chance, and Skinner a save in close on Barkov. And Stuart Skinner covers up. We played 2 minutes, 9 seconds. The Panthers have 5 shots on goal. Some dangerous chances from the Edmonton perspective, and Stuart Skinner standing tall early on.
And that is really dangerous behind the net. Good work just to force it out in front. You get Reinhart on the half wall, and Verhaeghe digging it, pops right onto Barkov's stick, right from close range. Just shot it into the stomach of Skinner. Good start. You like Barkov getting an early chance. Hasn't had a point in this series. Anything that happens positively in the offensive end for Barkov, good sign for the Panthers.
Panthers' fourth line onto the ice. They certainly made their presence known back in the Game 3 win. Puck dumped down by Nate Schmidt, who's had a great Stanley Cup final as well. Skinner up the far side. The goaltender getting things moving. And through center ice for Edmonton, Vasily Podkolzin. Top of the near circle, across the ice, Matthias Janmark, the centerman, down to the corner. Bumped there by A.J. Greer. Over to the far corner, Dmitry Kulikov there for the Panthers. Looks to clear, held into the line by Kulak. And the puck ripped down low, deflects out of play. And a stoppage and a face-off upcoming. 17:22 left here in the first period. No score early on. The Panthers with those 5 shots on net. And, of course, everybody getting into the act last game. But, Billy, we talked about it back in the pregame as well. Nate Schmidt, 5 assists in the first 3 games of the series.
And you go back to 3 goals in the Tampa Bay series. It's been incredible all along. But in this series, the patience and poise with the puck, not only in the offensive end with the great passing plays, but defensively, hanging on to it, making that first outlet pass. He's been money. And if you're an Edmonton Oilers fan, Stuart Skinner's got off to a decent start here. He's been rattled a few times, and give him credit. He is pretty mentally strong for a goaltender. He's been through the roller coaster ride before.
Had some ups and downs this year, no doubt about it, not just in these playoffs. Marchand set up by Lundell, a shot from the near circle, and it's steered away by the pad of Skinner. Now in the near circle, battle for a loose puck, and Luostarinen dumped down by Nurse. Out come the Oilers. Evander Kane up the right wing. He'll backhand out front. That one deflects. Too high for Kasperi Kapanen. Panthers on the counterattack. It's Brad Marchand. He'll dump it down to our left, deep into the Edmonton zone. Skinner, the goaltender, behind the net to play it. Off the glass, out of the zone. And as Ekblad walks it back into the offensive end, offside call against the Panthers. 16:44 to go here in this opening frame. No score between the Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup final. Men need to be smart about their health. Join Alonzo Mourning and a select group of health experts at the Miami Heat Men's Health Summit. That's coming up in 2 days, June 14th. And to learn how to take charge of your health, learn more at BaptistHealth.net/Zotan.
Everyone said the Oilers played right into the Panthers' hands last game, trying to be physical and get into their style. It'll be interesting to see how Edmonton kind of responds to this game. At the start, it looks like it's kind of in between. Like they want to get going, but the Panthers have the 6-1 shot at 7-1 shot advantage early on.
Nate Schmidt back inside the Panthers line. Kulikov, then up the right side, Rodriguez. Cross ice, Bennett after this one near circle. A drive off the side of the net. Back behind the goal, Trent Frederick for Edmonton. Backhand around, Matthias Ekholm up the wall. Jeff Skinner, third career playoff game. Third game in the playoffs on this run for Edmonton. Activated back into the Edmonton lineup here. Maneuvers it up the far side, and the Panthers will have it inside their own zone. Dmitry Kulikov as the Panthers get a change. Backpedals behind his own net. Gus Forsling, long feed far side. It's over the stick of Reinhart. Got a piece of it, so no icing here. Stuart Skinner, the goaltender, out to give it to Evan Bouchard. Up the near side, Connor McDavid. Speed through the neutral zone. Heads in, backhand out front. Cut off by Ekblad. Snapped out of the zone. And the Oilers backed up inside their own line once again. 15:45 to go in the first period. No score as we are in the early stages here at Amerant Bank Arena. Evan Bouchard dumps it down to our right. Around the inboards, Connor Brown shovels it back behind the net. A hard hit delivered back behind the goal as Nugent Hopkins got a piece of Forsling. Panthers do break it out, though. Ekblad right wing side. And the puck rolled down wide of the Edmonton goal. Into the near corner. Barkov out to Forsling. Long drive. Hit a body. Reinhart on it. Here in the near circle. Sam Reinhart. Off to the near half boards to the corner. Left wing side, Barkov protects the puck, looks for a lane, takes it back to the end boards, around Verhaeghe, far side with it, out to the slot. Reinhart up top, Ekblad across Forsling, wrister off an Edmonton player out front of the goal, and that was Kulak, the defenseman, hit his skate, and the puck went out of play. 15:04 to go in the first, no score.
It's been a penalty cuss in the first period, the first 3 games. No calls here, and that favors the Panthers. They want to get after it, get all 4 lines involved, and the passing looks really crisp. They're on it, and Connor McDavid flying down that wing. All of a sudden, he has to go through one player, and then a second player tries to force that pass in the middle of the ice. There is nothing there. And if you can keep Connor McDavid to the outside in the perimeter, you're going to be okay, even with all his speed. It's once he gets dangerous and gets into that middle of the ice that it becomes a problem.
Face off near circle down to our left. Anton Lundell will take the draw. Lundell, Luostarinen, Marchand. This forward trio for the Panthers has been one of the biggest stories, not just for the Panthers, but the entirety of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Clean face-off win, Mikkola across Seth Jones. Into the right circle, Marchand to the front of the net. That one deflects away and rims out to the near point where it's hustled down by Jones. Play down to the near corner. And then Troy Stetcher, first action of the series for him. He'll get things moving. Kapanen almost turned it over at center. The Panthers now with control inside their own line. Mikkola near side, Kapanen stops it up, dumps it down to our right. And Seth Jones will have control on the end boards deep inside the Panthers zone. He was running too hard, Jones was. Puck rattled out front of the Panthers net by Draisaitl, but the Panthers intercept and clear. It's sent back in by Darnell Nurse down to our right. Far boards, Jonah Gadjevich dead to Luostarinen, poked out of the zone. Edmonton tries to reload at its own blue line. Nurse up the near side, Draisaitl. Down to the near corner, Corey Perry, and after it, he's running too hard by Seth Jones. Around far side, Podkolzin for Edmonton. Out to the line. They work it across. Wallman left circle, then Janmark shakes down low. Bounces to the front of the goal. It's off Bobrovsky, and the puck stays alive to the far corner. It's nudged on A.J. Greer to Jonah Gadjevich. Panthers get it out. Now Greer up the right wing. Hands it back. Nosek a shot. And the puck goes off at Edmonton shin pad out front of the goal. The Oilers will clear as it's sent down to our right by Podkolzin.
Greer's doing all that with one glove on his hand. Another glove was lost down deep in the corner. He was able to make that drop pass, create that scoring chance. Kapanen from behind the net tried to bank it off, or Janmark behind the net tried to bank it off the goaltender. Bobrovsky and into the net. Dangerous looking play.
No score early. We've had chances both ends of the ice. 13:30 left in the first period of Game 4 here in the Stanley Cup Final. As the Oilers back in their own end, Jake Wallman thought about bringing it ahead, gives to the far side. Ekholm, rink-wide feed. McDavid a little far for him. Forsling tries to clear. It's off McDavid. Rolling puck deep into the Panthers' end. McDavid out to the near point. Bouchard across to an open Kulak. A blast, and that one wide. Rims around near side. Rodriguez, will he clear? Yes, he will. And out to center ice. Kulak on it once again for Edmonton. He'll dump it down. Rodriguez, near corner for the Panthers. Evan Rodriguez on for Reinhardt, and he'll slice one through the neutral zone down to our left. Picked up by Kulak, then handed to McDavid. Pressure from Verhaeghe. Back behind the Edmonton net. Turned over, loose in front. Whacked at by Verhaeghe. Pressure from Reinhardt as well, but Skinner able to weather the storm. Scoreless, 12:45 left in the opening frame. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final continues next on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Catch your Florida Panthers and Amerant Bank Arena world-class shows and events in the most premium setting in South Florida. Our private and exclusive suites, as well as our all-inclusive clubs including Amerant Vault and Corona Beach House, offering multiple ways to forge unforgettable connections with friends, family, employees, and top clients. You'll never want to experience a game or concert any other way. For more information, visit FloridaPanthers.com or call 954-835-PUCK today. Funky Buddha is back as the official craft brewery of your Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Funky Buddha brings the taproom fun to Amerant Bank Arena, where you can grab an ice-cold gloves-off IPA, brewed exclusively for the Florida Panthers and their fans. Party with them all year long at their brewery in Oakland Park, where you can catch all the Panthers action with their signature selection of innovative brews. Or stop by your closest retailer and bring Funky Buddha home with you. No matter where you're watching, they'll be right there with you. Cheers and go Cats! Funky Buddha Brewery, Oakland Park, Florida. Please drink responsibly.
Just like being on the ice, parenthood is full of thrills, spills, and even chills. But whether it's illness or injury, our pediatric experts at Broward Health are ready to assist with a broad range of specialty care for your child. As the official pediatric hospital of the Florida Panthers, we know keeping kids healthy and happy is a team effort, and we're always on your team. Broward Health, well into your future.
12:45 to go first period. No score. Panthers and the Oilers here tonight. Have you heard of Paint the Grain? Paint the Grain is a DIY craft studio which hosts workshops such as kids' birthdays, ladies' nights, corporate events located in Davie on Griffin Road. Check out paintthegrainstudio.com for their schedule of events and follow them on social media at Paint the Grain. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you tonight. Face-off coming up far circle inside the Edmonton zone down to our left. The Panthers out-shooting Edmonton 8-1 early. There have been some dangerous scoring chances. Stuart Skinner has weathered the storm to this point.
Yeah, crazy bounce off the end boards right before he went to break. Trying to shovel it in off the side.
Off to the right point. Long shot. Seth Jones off body out front right circle. Shot save made by Skinner with the right pad that time on Louis Storinen. And the puck sent into the neutral zone. Golfed back along by Jones. Down to our left. Marchand first one in for the Panthers. Backhand near point Mikkola. He'll send it back down behind the net. Bounces away from Marchand off the stick of Ekholm. Evander Kane can't clear it by Seth Jones. Back down behind the net. Marchand around far side out to the line. Held in by Jones. Top of the near circle, Marchand, near point, Mikkola scoots in, shot, glove, save made by Skinner, his 10th save of the hockey game already. 12-12 left in this first period of play. So the Panthers making Skinner work early in the contest. Remember to feed your fandom with a new Panthers sub only at Publix, the official supermarket of the Panthers. Hot honey chicken, bacon, pickles, your choice of cheese on your choice of bread, of course, Billy.
Of course, anything. Let's do it.
Give you a lot of freedom over there.
Yes, it does. Louis Storinen gets lost out on the face-off side. Left-hand shot on the right side. Gets a good look, and that rebound popped out quickly. If it comes to Marchand on the side of the net, it's a bang goal, but he was able to kick it up far enough just past the stick of Marchand.
Now it's Matthew Tkachuk dumping the puck down to our left. Around to the far corner, Darnell Nurse to Troy Stetcher. Doesn't clear. He was run in too hard by Rodriguez. Now a loose puck scooped up and tossed along by Nurse. Cross ice out to center ice. Kulikov dumps it back in for the Panthers. Around on a Karam. Bennett sends it back around to the right wing corner. Tkachuk right point. Kulikov to an open Nate Schmidt left side. Long shot deflecting wide off the stick of Bennett out front. Out to the line, then a pass from Tkachuk. A little far for an outstretched Dmitry Kulikov. Puck dumped in down to our left by Schmidt. And the Panthers will make a change to the personnel on the ice. Darnell Nurse back behind the Edmonton net. 11:27 left. Period number 1. No score here in Game 4 of the Cup final.
Panthers been able to establish that forecheck early. Get those low to high plays, looking for redirections in front.
Draisaitl sends one down and around. Podkolzin to the line. A long shot, and Brett Kulak's attempt blocked by Barkov. And the puck goes out through center. The Oilers will reload back at their own blue line. Bouchard to Kulak. Coming up on 9 minutes gone by here in the first. No score. Panthers out shooting Edmonton 10-2. Bouchard dumps it down to our right. Around on a Karam. Far boards picked up there by Barkov. Off the boards to Reinhart through the neutral zone. Then he'll dump it down far corner in the Edmonton end. Bouchard there first. Winds it around. Near point. Mikkola hustles in to hold that one in the zone. Verhaeghe to the near circle for Reinhart. Pass didn't connect. Picked up near side. Draisaitl. He'll get it moving for Edmonton. Across to the far side. Podkolzin. And the puck sent down to our right. Deep inside the Panthers zone. Near corner. Anton Lundell back for this one. 10.5 minutes to go first period. No score. It's brought on by Lundell. Into the offensive end for the Panthers. Anton Lundell right circle a shot, and that deflects up and out of play. 10:23 left in the first period. No score. Billy, you pointed already to some of the different line combinations on the Edmonton side of things, and Corey Perry going down to the fourth line with Janmark and Podkolzin. Wouldn't think that it's a performance-based move for Chris Knobloch. They've had to shuffle a few things around.
And the deck will continue to be shuffled throughout the course of this game. You will get different players playing with each other on the Edmonton side throughout the course. Panthers got to stick with it already. Edmonton having trouble getting the puck out of their own zone. That was a theme last game, and Panthers with that pressure continue to put on it. You will cause mistakes from the older defensemen.
Now Wallman to Ekholm and a long clearing feed. Connor Brown up to the offensive line for Edmonton. Lost control. Aaron Ekblad for Louis Storinen. And they got away with it. There was a trip in the neutral zone. Edmonton got away with it. Connor Brown here on the near side of the ice. Sent down by Nugent Hopkins out of the inboards then. The Panthers look to clear this one into the neutral zone. Here's Marchand up the near wing. He'll dump it in.
The memo's been sent. After all the penalty calls in the opening first period. Let's keep it, let the players decide early on. Players will adjust if that's the way you're going to call the game. Just keep it consistent.
Connor Brown up the far side, shouldered off the puck by Nate Schmidt. Kulikov cross ice, A.J. Greer on the wing. Puck just rolled away, but he keeps it moving deep into the offensive end. Stetcher, he was running too hard by Gadjevich in the far corner. Puck rolls, though, and it's eventually pushed out of the zone by Evander Kane. Schmidt, quick transition pass. A.J. Greer to the offensive end, caught up to, couldn't get a shot away as Kane put a body on.
Now we got a penalty. We got high stick against Greer, and this is going against Kane. It's been a parade to the penalty box, and Kane, high stick, cross-checking, you name it. He's taken all the penalties that you do not like. So Evander Kane, one more trip to the box for him. Panthers will get the first power play.
A Publix power play when we come back. Scoreless, 9:22 left in the first. It's Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
South Florida, flavor this tasty is no mirage. It's Celsius Sparkling Oasis Vibe, and it's one of my favorites. A delicious combination of prickly pear plus lime. Refresh your energy with zero sugar, essential vitamins, and proven ingredients. Celsius Energy Drinks.
Let's talk goals. You don't have to be a professional athlete to achieve them. You just need the right partner for the assist. And when it comes to your facility's landscape, there's no one better than Brightview, the official lawn care partner of the Florida Panthers. Go to brightview.com to see how our commercial landscape services can help you achieve your goals. Or call 844-235-7778 to set up your free consultation. That's 844-235-7778 or brightview.com.
Funky Buddha is back as the official craft brewery of your Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Funky Buddha brings the taproom fun to Amerant Bank Arena, where you can grab an ice-cold gloves-off IPA, brewed exclusively for the Florida Panthers and their fans. Party with them all year long at their brewery in Oakland Park, where you can catch all the Panthers action with their signature selection of innovative brews. Or stop by your closest retailer and bring Funky Buddha home with you. No matter where you're watching, they'll be right there with you. Cheers and go Cats! Funky Buddha Brewery, Oakland Park, Florida. Please drink responsibly.
South Florida, shout out one time for the original vibe, the OG, Sparkling Peach Vibe. Deliciously sweet and 100% refreshing. Refresh your energy with zero sugar, essential vitamins, and proven ingredients. Celsius Energy Drinks.
1:22 left in the first. No score. Panthers and the Oilers, and it's the Panthers to the game's first power play. Public's power play. The Panthers 18 for 73 in the playoffs, 5 for 17 in the series, and a power play goal in each of their last 4 games played. 6 for 21 in that span. Panthers get things going on a 5-on-4 man advantage now. Evander Kane off for 2 minutes. Seth Jones a shot. Save Skinner. Loose in front, and it's off Kachuk to the corner. Here on the near side, Aaron Ekblad at the point. Across to Jones. High sticking was the call against Kane. At the line, Jones. Right side, it's Barkov. Through the circle in front, Kachuk. And that one off an Oilers defender, Bouchard. And it almost bounced back on Stuart Skinner. Bouchard will clear all the way down. 1:35 to go in this Publix power play for the Panthers.
You look, though, they won the draw. Get that first shot on net, no matter what. If it's open, get it there. Seth Jones got it back to the point. Caused some problems for Skinner. The rebound was laying in front of him.
Puck dumped in by Reinhart. And this one finds its way out of play. 8:42 left in the first. No score. Panthers and the Oilers. 1:20 to go in the penalty against Evander Kane. Panthers fans score big on game day with Stoner's Pizza. Get 50% off all pizzas when you order on Panthers game day. Just use the promo code GOCATS. Available online, in the app, or in store. Stoner's Pizza, the official pizza of the Panthers. Price and participation may vary.
Paul Maurice was talking about the 2 power play units this morning, and second unit having success, but he said maybe they get 30, 40 seconds sometimes. Sometimes we start them, but they're used to doing things in a hurry. There's no real lot of set plays with them. It's just more reactionary. Talks about this top unit. There's a little bit more set stuff. Still like to get them that first read, that first option, go with it.
Barkov to the right wing corner, Kachuk behind the net. Rims it out to the right point. Seth Jones is there. Barkov taken down to the corner. Penalty upcoming against Edmonton. It'll be a 1-minute, 2-second, 5-on-3 Publix power play for the Panthers as Barkov was taken down to the corner. Let's go downstairs and listen in.
That's a slew foot.
Darnell Nurse is going to go off for a trip. And now the Oilers are in some treacherous waters.
Chris Rooney with the call, and that was a blatant slew foot behind. Easy call. You have to make that call. The leg was stuck out by Darnell Nurse and took Barkov down, seat of his pants, 5-on-3, and this is massive.
Well,
at the start of the game, you got the shots 10-2 into your favor, and a 5-on-3 man advantage, you have to capitalize.
And both those, Billy, are easy calls for our officiating crew. Face-off win, Kachuk, left circle, walks in, shot, and he scores!
You got some time to operate on the second power play. They just won the faceoff. Kachuk faked a wrist shot and then was able to walk around, and there's a maze of bodies in front of Stuart Skinner. And Evan Bouchard, the defenseman, was screening him. Low to the blocker side for Kachuk. And Barkov's going to get his first point of this series. And when you got below the top of the faceoff circles, 5-on-3, this is just what I mentioned on the power play before. You get an opportunity, even though it's 5-on-3, you're in a scoring area, take it. And Kachuk took the ice that was given to him, and we're on the board first on a power play goal by the Panthers. Panthers with a power play goal in every single game of this series so far against the Oilers. And you're correct, there was a couple of early penalties that maybe could have been called against Edmonton. The last 2 you had to make. There was a slew foot and a direct stick to the face.
Yep, those were no doubters, and the Panthers remain on a 5-on-4 Publix power play. They score the 5-on-3.
And that's about, like, you scoring within 2-3 seconds, you get the whole majority of the next 2 minutes that are available to you.
Far corner, it's Marchand. Up top, Schmidt. Bounced off his stick and leaves the zone. Panthers backpedal now. Schmidt up the near side, Verhaeghe, and then a Marchand. Up the wing, Brad Marchand has it along the near boards. He's tied up. Help comes in the form of Carter Verhaeghe here on the near side, trying to jar this one free. This unit's been dangerous for the Panthers. Wallman got clipped up high. He was trying to draw a penalty. No call there. They have been trying to sell it a little bit. Here's Schmidt at the line. Looks right. Bennett, top of the right circle, down for Rodriguez, and it's just over a stick. He recovers to the line. Schmidt across Bennett. A shot. It's deflected wide by Marchand. In the near corner, picked up by Rodriguez. Then Verhaeghe, center point, Schmidt. Bennett, near side, Verhaeghe. Wrist shot, and that deflects wide. Rodriguez kept it alive. Near circle, Verhaeghe across. Bennett gloves it down. Up top, Schmidt. Gives to Verhaeghe across Bennett right circle. Pressure from McDavid, and he knocked the puck away, but Nate Schmidt recovers and chopped it off the stick of McDavid. May have prevented a breakaway there for 97.
Good work with the stick. 97 was off to the races. And Schmidt just battling with that stick, knocking at it, knocked it in the right direction.
Seth Jones leaves one for Aaron Ekblad. Far boards 20 seconds on the Public's power play. Panthers leading 1-0 on a power play goal from Matthew Tkachuk in a 5-on-3. Here on the near side, down to the corner, 2-on-2 scrum. Along the near boards. Now for a loose puck, squirts up high. Jones gives to Tkachuk. Wrist shot that deflects off an Oiler. Loose side of the goal. Reinhart keeps it alive. Backhand out to the far point. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Ekblad winds it around the offensive end. Here on the near side, Tkachuk. Barkov shot save made by Skinner. Takes it right into the Oilers logo. 6:16 to go in the first. 1-0 Panthers. They cash in on the man advantage. And it was Matthew Tkachuk getting the opening goal. Barkov gets the assist on that. Tkachuk, his 6th of the playoffs. If you're scoring at home in the 5-on-3 power play, the time of the goal was 11:40 of period number 1.
And it might not seem like much, but Barkov just winning a faceoff and getting an assist and hearing his name on the board, that lightens your stick. It feels good. I know as a player, even if you're a star like Barkov, okay, I got one, and all of a sudden, Barkov's looking to shoot the puck. He got it back there into the slot. Another attempt against Skinner, and we've seen Barkov active this game. And different players, the Panthers are so deep in their scoring and so rounded out. And if we could get Barkov going, getting some points on the board, this Panther team even becomes that much harder to stop and control.
Face off near circle down to our left off the draw. The Oilers have it. Stetcher looks up the ice. It's pushed along over the Panthers line. Mikkola up the far side, Marchand. He was knocked over. Got one along to Anton Lundell then. Far corner to the offensive end. Lundell fighting for a loose puck. In comes Luostarinen. He's got it side of the net. Luostarinen back behind the goal. Uses his big frame to protect the puck, but eventually Darnell Nurse rips it away. Nurse pass near side. It was behind the intended man, Trent Frederick, and the puck goes all the way down to our right for an icing. 5:48 left in the first period. 1-0 is the score. It's the Panthers out in front on a Matthew Tkachuk power play goal. Get ready to celebrate your team in style. And the Panthers score 3 or more a game. You can score 2. Head over to Pliables the next day, rocking your Panthers gear, and enjoy a free Panthers Mood Color Bowl. Pliables is your slice of summer anytime.
You get rolling offensively, you get the shots on net, you get the scoring chances, then you get a power play and your top players get to touch the puck and you get a goal out of it. Able to just kind of track this momentum and skate downhill in this opening period. I know Connor McDavid was out there partially for a penalty kill, but Draisaitl does not kill penalties, and it really disrupts the rotation on the Edmonton bench.
Far boards, Nugent Hopkins behind the net. Frederick to the front of the Panthers net. Bounced away from Nugent Hopkins. McDavid out to the far point. Kulak to Bouchard right point. Bouchard lets it rip. It deflects off Reinhardt's skate. Not a play. 5:26 to go in the first. 1-0 Panthers. Panthers 13-3. They lead the shots on goal. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll have the rest of the opening frame next. Panthers up 1 in Game 4 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
But do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
5:26 to go first period. 1-0 Panthers over the Oilers. What does it mean to feel welcome at Baptist Health? It's making sure everyone feels cared for and cared about. And here the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health. 1-0 Panthers on a 5-on-3 power play goal from Matthew Tkachuk. His 6th goal of the playoffs. Barkov had the lone assist. Came right off a Panthers face-off win to start a 5-on-3 power play. Here's McDavid to Bouchard to drive, and Bobrovsky steers that away. The Panthers look to clear over along the far boards. Regathered. Ekblad will slice one out through center, and down to our left it goes.
Bouchard never in front. I'm a goaltender. I'm not sure I'd want to get in the way of that shot. That one hits Bobrovsky square in the chest.
And already we've got Perry back with McDavid and Nugent-Hopkins on the Edmonton side. Here's Bouchard. Right point, walks in near circle. Swerves away from Verhaeghe. Dropped off. McDavid cuts to the front of the net. Shot save made by Bobrovsky through traffic. And then he sprawls out to cover, and he's got it. With Corey Perry looking for that rebound. But the Panthers doing a good job boxing out the front of the net, making sure Perry couldn't get a whack at that. 4:52 left in the first. 1-0 Panthers, and Sergei Bobrovsky, one of his first really challenging saves in this one.
Solid movement in the offensive end by the Oilers. A little give and go with McDavid, and McDavid's able to cut in on Forsling and there get to the middle of the ice. Get dangerous and get that shot on net. He's so quick and so elusive. And a little exchange there with Bouchard. Bouchard got down low, gave it to McDavid. And once he gets that little separation, white ice, that gap control is not extremely tight. That's when you're in trouble as a defenseman. Forsling did a pretty good job to recover against it, but McDavid does get a really good look on that scoring chance against Bobrovsky.
4:52 left in the first. 1-0 Panthers. Panthers control the defensive end draw. Mikkola to Marchand. A little off the mark. Mikkola recovers. Up the boards for Marchand. Got the
another
clear,
high stick coming up. This is a high stick against Oilers. Third time will be shorthanded here in this opening period. And Marchand clipped up high. And these are no doubter calls.
Yeah, these are penalties. Here's the call.
This is...
If you're an Oilers fan, you really can't argue these because by definition, they're 2-minute penalties.
Yeah, so Ekholm gets involved here, and he just smashes. He's lost control of his stick. You got to be in control of his stick. And his strong hand, his right hand, his bottom half's off the stick, and the top hand's on it, and just it blasts Marchand on the side of the helmet. That's a clear high sticking call, and Edmonton can argue about the penalty calls all they want. They had the power play advantage for the first couple of games until they took 11 minors last game. But the penalties that have been called here are ones that you had to make as an official.
So off a face-off to start a Publix power play. Bouchard will clear for Edmonton. The puck goes down to our right, shallow part of the Panthers end. Seth Jones back fourth. 4.5 minutes to go, first period. 1-0. It's the Panthers in front. Turned over at center, and Connor Brown will dump one down for Edmonton. Barkov behind the net. Panthers lone goal in this one coming by way of the power play. Jones dropped it back for Barkov. Now to Reinhart. Right side, Ekblad. In front, Barkov touch pass, Tkachuk across. And then the shot from Barkov off an Oilers stick. A deflection goes out of play. 4:08 left of the first. 1-0 to score. But Billy, that puck movement on that sequence, that tells me you got a group that's feeling good out there.
Yeah, really, really strong movement through the middle of the ice. And what a delicate back door for Barkov. Play was there, but a good recovery on the back end by Kulak to get his stick into that lane. Tkachuk, if you're hot, though, he got that space and back the puck. Get it on net, test Stuart Skinner.
Oilers play it down. Seth Jones behind the Panthers net. He'll walk it along right to left across your radio. Ekblad then. Reinhart. Inside the Oilers end. Far corner. Reinhart wins the race to it. Reinhart out front. Tkachuk slides it off to Ekblad, right circle. Spun around, stays with it. Backhand out to Jones. In front by Nurse, who fails to clear. Jones kept it in. Right side, Barkov along the boards. Backhand up top, Jones. Jones, right side, Barkov. Deflects away, down behind the net then. Tkachuk kicked it to Barkov. Power play, Ekblad left circle shot. That deflects away to the far corner. Barkov out to Jones again. Jones straight on the line to Barkov in the right circle. Now it's Tkachuk in front of Reinhart. A shot, save, rebound. And the Panthers lead 2-0 with 3:04 to go here in the first.
And this is where maybe it's not the best idea to have Connor McDavid killing penalties, because he's looping, swinging around, just looking, no stops and starts. And as a penalty killer, you're taught to stop and start. And that left that bumper position for Reinhart wide open. He mishandled it. Normally he catches that clean and it's roof. It goes down low. Tkachuk and Reinhart, and then Skinner can't handle the rebound. Waiting on that back door is Matthew Tkachuk. But that bumper play is left wide open because McDavid is just kind of thinking, swirling around for offense. Doesn't kill a lot of penalties, and I understand the philosophy. You want to get the best players out there. But their mindset is down one. Okay, if I get a chance, can I go shorthanded here? He gets caught swinging, and all of a sudden, lanes just open up, seams. And for Reinhart, you know he's going to be in that bumper position. You have a focus there. I have never seen Reinhart have that much time in there, in that honey hole, waiting for his perfect shot and to get a release on it. And he didn't even get it. With the strange thing about it, and had so much time. Doesn't make the save makes the save, but Tkachuk there hanging on the back door gets the second power play goal of this opening period. And the Oilers, their mistakes have been costly, and you make them pay for taking some bad penalties.
Out to the far point, Ekholm across Bouchard here on the near side, looking for Draisaitl. It bounced away. Nosek to Greer, because again, this is the Panthers radio network, but any official's going to call these. If you look at the replay, they're all clear as day.
Yes, they are. And part of it is the Panthers have had the majority of the puck possession in this opening period. And when you have the puck possession, 3 seconds for the Panthers to get that opening goal by Tkachuk, and again, the power play comes through. They had 3 for. This sounds strange. 3 for 11 last game on the power play, which goes into that away from home. It's been a real problem spot for all year. So Edmonton, the one team in these playoffs, that's maybe much different than the team we saw last year. Their penalty killing was blistering. This year it's been a hole. It's been a deficit. And they take those types of penalties. The opposition is scoring.
Evan Bouchard, he'll dump it in near side, rims around, far boards. Rodriguez for the Panthers. He's cross-checked from behind by Corey Perry, but they don't call anything there. Bouchard across Ekholm. Long shot blockered away by Bobrovsky. Kept alive. Draisaitl up. And the Panthers get it clear.
Draisaitl had a chance there if he's able to handle it. Perry was looking for him back door. Just couldn't, trying to sweep it, couldn't handle it.
Draisaitl dumps it in. Around the inboards, Rodriguez. He'll chip it off the far boards. Reinhart, then Bennett. Forsling will take a pass in stride, heads across center, and dumps the puck down. Skinner behind the net, chips it off to the near boards. The goaltender does not clear. Mikkola rips it down and around. Over on the far side, the Oilers come up with control and clear. Panthers lead the shot 17-6 in the game. They lead 2-0 here with 1:23 to go in the first. Mikkola lost his footing far corner. Back to help out is Reinhart. 2-on-2 scrum far corner for that loose puck. Jeff Skinner finds it to the line. Long shot and a save made by Bobrovsky on Nurse. Shot off the side of the net from Jeff Skinner there. Poked up the near boards by Reinhart. Verhaeghe hands it back for Seth Jones. Left it here along the near boards for Verhaeghe. Stetcher clogged that up. Poked the puck down behind the Panthers net. Over to the far corner then. Barkov keeps the puck to the outside. Tied up by Nurse. Jeff Skinner tried to dangle to the front of the net. Couldn't get through. Over on that far side. Take a 3-0 lead. It's Anton.
He gets blasted from behind, and that reverse pass had no way to making it to anyone, and it just laid there. And Curtis Verhaeghe, after making the hit, saw, well, the puck's right there, and both defensemen go behind the net. You had Stetcher behind there already. Then Nurse commits to Verhaeghe and leaves the slot wide open. Lundell coming down the gullet is able to bury it against Skinner, and all of a sudden we got 3 on the board.
Nugent Hopkins flips one over the Panthers line. Nate Schmidt hacks it right back into the neutral zone. The puck dumped down by Brad Marchand. Behind the net, 25 seconds to go in the first. Panthers 18 shots on goal. They've scored 3 here in the opening frame. They lead 3-0. Schmidt tried to send one out front of the net. Cut off, cleared by Nugent Hopkins. And then up to the offensive line. Looks like we may have a hand pass call and a face-off coming in neutral ice. 11.6 seconds left in the first. 3-0 Panthers.
How good is Lundell and part of Verhaeghe then? Lineup, first 3 lines. Like, who do you choose? Everyone. Phenomenal. That top 9 rotation for the Panthers is so tough. It's a coach's nightmare. And that play by Verhaeghe there, just pressuring Stetcher, gets the hit, and there's where you're starting to maybe feel, if Stetcher just takes that puck and walks with it and trying that hard reverse, the worst he does is he eats the puck down deep and keeps it moving down deep in the corner. But once he tries to make that play and gets hit, it's just left behind the net for Carter Verhaeghe. And once Nurse commits to going behind the goal line, there's no one else
in front. And that is a mistake on the Oilers' part. We've seen a few of them here in this opening period, most notably the penalties. And the Panthers are going to finish this first period with a 3-0 lead.
3-0 Panthers through 20 minutes. We will have one of the Panthers coming your way here in just a moment, so keep it locked right here. After that, Kevin Rogers takes over. He'll have a look at the opening 20, the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. Lots to get to in our first intermission show, and he has plenty of stats and highlights to send your way as well. The Panthers a 3-0 lead through 20 minutes. It was Tkachuk from Barkov on a 5-on-3 power play, then Tkachuk from Reinhart and Barkov on a 5-on-4 power play, followed by at the 19:18 mark in that last minute, Lundell from Verhaeghe and Reinhart. And the Panthers a 3-0 lead through 20 minutes of play. The Panthers in full control here through one period of play. So we'll have one of the Panthers coming up in just a moment downstairs. After that, we will hand it off to Kevin Rogers, and he'll get you caught up on what's going on here, what's going on elsewhere. Folks, SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Panthers. Get all your Panthers tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. That's SeatGeek, your ticket to great Panthers seats. So we stand by and wait for our guest downstairs. But, Billy, the Panthers, to say they have to be happy with this situation, an understatement. But this Panthers team, great at knowing you have to keep your foot on the gas against Edmonton.
Yep. Well, they set the tempo off the bat before the penalties got called. They were the aggressor, had the scoring chances, and then finally got some power play opportunities. 5-on-3, Tkachuk, win a faceoff, boom, it's in the net, and you're off to the races.
And now we go downstairs outside the Panthers dressing room. Panthers defenseman Nico Mikkola here with us after one period of play. Well, Nico, we were just saying, has to be a bit of an understatement to say that you guys must be happy going into the room up 3-0 through one. But how does it feel? How'd that opening period feel? And what'd you think went so well for you guys in the first 20 minutes?
Yeah, I think we were on the toes at the start, and we kept skating. They got a couple penalties. We capitalized on those, and it was a solid period for us. But now we're reset and ready for the next one.
Yeah, Nico, going back to last year's 3-0, they tied 3-3. How much important? So you have a really, really good game number 3 with 6-1. But you also know in the back of the mind what happened last year. How much of a role of what happened last year is being a mantra into that dressing room? Like, we got to continue to go. We understand what's capable on the Edmonton side.
Yeah, it's a scary team. Like, they can change the game so quickly. So we just need to be on our toes and play our game. Doesn't worry about the score. And like last year, we are not afraid of like Game 7, so we just keep going every period what we do.
And Nico, how's the chemistry been with Seth Jones? You guys are quite a pairing, and it doesn't matter who you're playing against. You've been able to do it all in these playoffs. You have really come out to the forefront and shown. But how much does that have to do with Seth Jones kind of being your partner?
A lot for sure. Like, he's a great player all around. He can defense. He's a big body who can skate, and very good with the ozone. So. It's a pleasure to have him, and great thing for me. I can play with him.
And Nico, last thing, you guys have been great in the second period in this series. What's the biggest key here in the next 20 minutes?
Play with the 5 guys. Like, we don't have to stretch our game, and just do what we do.
Nico Mikkola downstairs. Thanks for stopping by, Nico.
Thanks, Nico.
Best of luck the rest of the way. There he goes, Nico Mikkola, Panthers defenseman, having a great postseason here. Great to catch up with him after 20 minutes of play, and plenty of great things to talk about there with the Panthers up 3-0 through 20 minutes of action. Have you heard about El Car Wash, the official car wash of the Panthers? For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 60-plus locations from Miami to Palm Beach to Naples to Orlando. Come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast, and fun wash. Go to elcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join Wash Save. El Car Wash. Feel good. Drive clean. Chris Knobloch, it was a conversation piece. Would he start Skinner? Would he start Pickard?
I think I would. There's a good chance.
For the second period, what do you think?
I think Pickard comes out to start.
You think Calvin Pickard might lead the troops out?
Even though he's 6-0 in the playoffs, he's had the pedigree.
It's not your typical backup goalie situation. He's been good on this run.
Yes, and they do seem to play well in front of Pickard, but you have to change the momentum somehow. And where do you start at? Even if it's not Stuart Skinner's fault or anything, you have to find somewhere where maybe you could change the template for the team in the dressing room. There's going to be some words said in that Edmonton room. But, yeah, I would think the major decision you have as a coach to try and turn anything at this point would to be put Calvin Pickard in net. We'll see if that does materialize.
We'll see what they go with. Panthers 3, Oilers nothing. 20 minutes in the books here in Sunrise. Game 4 of the Cup final. Panthers lead the series 2-1. Doug Plagens, Billy Lindsay here with you. Kevin Rogers takes over next on the Florida Panthers Ready Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts, all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Metro Group Miami, corporate partner of the Florida Panthers. The home of Metro Signs and Metro Wraps has been South Florida's business choice for quality signs and graphics for over 34 years. No sign is too big or too small for the experts at Metro. They bring brands to life. Call them today, 954-983-6662, 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to learn what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, your everything team.
Hey, Panthers fans. Time to face off. Hockey is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the sellies this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cats games or to any other live event in South Florida, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hey, Cats fans, get ready to feast at Lime Fresh. Fresh food and award-winning margaritas. Yes, please! From Miami-Dade to Broward, we've got locations all over. And right now, you get 50% off your in-house order just by repping Go Cats. Go to LimeFreshMexicanGrill.com to find your nearest location.
Oh, yeah.
Lime Fresh. Fresh food, fresh flavor, and of course, fresh fun.
This is the first intermission report on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Presented by Baptist Health.
First intermission underway from Amerant Bank Arena. Panthers a commanding 3-0 lead over the Oilers tonight. Kevin Rogers with you. It is Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers up 2-1 in the series. They have now outscored Edmonton 9-1 in 4 periods here in Sunrise. 6-1 win in Game 3. Now 3-0 lead through 20 minutes of play tonight. Stuart Skinner getting the start in net for Edmonton. Sergei Bobrovsky, of course, for the Panthers. And the Panthers benefiting on the power play in the first period. 2 goals scored with the man advantage as the Panthers would get on a 5-on-3 less than 12 minutes into the game. And Matthew Tkachuk, exactly 4 seconds after the second Edmonton penalty, the 5-on-3, Tkachuk would beat Stuart Skinner to give the Panthers a 1-0 lead.
Face-off win, Tkachuk, left circle, walks in, shot, and he scores a power play goal. Matthew Tkachuk in the 5-on-3 gives the Panthers a 1-0 lead.
And that goal for Tkachuk is 6th of the postseason. Alexander Barkov picks up his first point of the Stanley Cup Final, his 12th assist of the playoffs. 11:40, the time of that power play goal. Panthers a 1-0 lead in the first. A little bit later on in the first period, Panthers would get on the power play again, and again it was Tkachuk cashing in to give the Cats a 2-0 lead.
Barkov out to Jones again. Jones straight on at the line to Barkov in the right circle. Now it's Tkachuk in front of Reinhart. A shot, save, rebound, and they score! It's a power play goal for Matthew Tkachuk, picking up the rebound. 2 here in the opening frame, and the Panthers lead 2-0 with 3:04 to go here in the first.
Second goal of the night for Matthew Tkachuk is 7th in the postseason. Another assist for Alexander Barkov. Also Sam Reinhart assisting. 16:56 the time of that power play goal. Panthers with 2 in the first to take a 2-0 lead, but it wasn't done with yet. As in the final minute of the opening period, Anton Lundell would beat Skinner to give the Panthers a 3-0 advantage.
For Hagee, then Reinhart gains center, plays it down into the far corner. Stetcher there. He's bumped, played out front, and they score! Hard work on the forecheck leads to a goal for Anton Lundell as he was set up out front by Carter Verhaeghe. What a play, what a finish, and the Panthers take a 3-0 lead. It's Anton Lundell going hard to the net.
6th goal of the postseason for Anton Lundell. Carter Verhaeghe and Sam Reinhart assisting 19-18 into the first period. 3-0 lead for the Panthers. Panthers out shooting the Oilers 17-7 in the opening period. So 7 saves for Sergei Bobrovsky, 14 saves for Stuart Skinner. And the Panthers looking for that 3-1 series advantage. Game 5 coming up on Saturday night back in Edmonton at 8 o'clock. And the Panthers, they can hold on for the next 40 minutes, could be on the verge of winning back-to-back Stanley Cups. Still got a ways to go tonight, still got a ways to go Saturday, but the Panthers in good shape through the first 20 minutes of play. Also, the Panthers becoming the 4th team in the league this season to score at least 2 goals in the opening period in 4 straight games. So the Panthers offense on fire early in the Stanley Cup final. Before we step aside, let's pause for station identification right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Everything is better on ice.
Goes his way in. Provorov cuts in and scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. EIS HD2 Boca Raton.
Coming up, we have the JetBlue Out-of-Town scoreboard, also South Florida sports scene, all that is straight ahead. Panthers a 3-0 lead over the Oilers. First intermission, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final, with the Panthers up 2-1 in the series. As we continue right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
The moves the Panthers make on the ice count. American Van Lines knows the moves you make count the most. As the official mover of the Florida Panthers, we always want to win by providing you with the most hassle-free move of your life. I'm Anthony DeSorbo, owner of American Van Lines. When it's time to move, give us a call because we'll give you a solid upfront quote that you can count on. When the time is short and you need to make a move, depend on our pros at American Van Lines. Go Panthers and move with the champs, American Van Lines.
Have you heard about El Car Wash? The official car wash of the Florida Panthers. For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 40-plus locations from Miami to Palm Beach to Naples and Orlando. If you are on your way to work, having a night on the town, or just need the refreshing feeling of a sparkly clean car, come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast, and fun wash. Visit lcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join, wash, save. El Car Wash. Feel good. Drive clean.
Hey, Panthers fans. Time to face off. Hockey is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the sellies this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cats games or to any other live event in South Florida, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Let's talk goals. You don't have to be a professional athlete to achieve them. You just need the right partner for the assist. And when it comes to your facility's landscape, there's no one better than Brightview, the official lawn care partner of the Florida Panthers. Go to brightview.com to see how our commercial landscape services can help you achieve your goals. Or call 844-235-7778 to set up your free consultation. That's 844-235-7778 or brightview.com.
First intermission continues here at Amerant Bank Arena. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers a 3-0 lead through 20 minutes of play over the Edmonton Oilers. 2 goals for Matthew Tkachuk. Anton Lundell, a goal in the final minute. Kevin Rogers with you. Let's take a quick look at the JetBlue Out-of-Town scoreboard. JetBlue, you above all. The NBA Finals off tonight. They're back tomorrow in Indianapolis. Pacers a 2-1 series lead over the Thunder after Indiana won Game 3. They'll play Game 4 coming up tomorrow night. Up next, it is the South Florida sports scene. We'll check that out coming up. Panthers 3, the Oilers nothing through 20 minutes of play. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final continues right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Let's talk goals. You don't have to be a professional athlete to achieve them. You just need the right partner for the assist. And when it comes to your facility's landscape, there's no one better than Brightview, the official lawn care partner of the Florida Panthers. Go to brightview.com to see how our commercial landscape services can help you achieve your goals. Or call 844-235-7778 to set up your free consultation. That's 844-235-7778 or brightview.com.
Hey, Panthers fans. Time to face off. Hockey is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the sellies this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cats games or to any other live event in South Florida, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. Attention sports fans, when it comes to your health, don't just play defense, make the winning move with Solstice Dental Insurance. Whether you're looking for a PPO, HMO, or discount plan, Solstice has you covered. Our unique comprehensive dental and vision products ensure that you get the extensive coverage you need, all at an affordable price. With a national network and top-tier customer service, Solstice is your go-to teammate for championship smiles and clear vision. Join the winning team. Call Solstice today, 877-760-2247 or solsticebenefits.com and score big on your dental insurance.
Make pet care stress-free with Pet Meds, official partner of the Florida Panthers and trusted platform for pet health. From puppies and kittens to seniors, Pet Meds offers top brands for healthy foods, flea and tick prevention, medications, and more. Every order comes with a surprise for your furry family. Don't miss Dr. Cuddle's Ready Rescue, a must-have detoxifier for emergencies. Visit PetMeds.com and use promo code Panthers for 20% off site-wide. Pet Meds, care you trust to keep pets happy and healthy throughout their lives.
A couple minutes away from the start of the second period here at Amerant Bank Arena. Panthers a 3-0 lead over the Oilers. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Kevin Rogers with you. Matthew Tkachuk, 2 goals in the first in the power play. Anton Lundell, a goal as well. Panthers with a win tonight would be up 3-1, heading back to Edmonton for Game 5 coming up on Saturday. Quick look at the South Florida sports scene. The Marlins off tonight. They're back at it tomorrow. They're in Washington to battle the Nationals. Up next, it is the second period from Amerant Bank Arena. Panthers 3, the Oilers nothing. Doug and Billy have the call. The second up next right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Make pet care stress-free with Pet Meds, official partner of the Florida Panthers and trusted platform for pet health. From puppies and kittens to seniors, Pet Meds offers top brands for healthy foods, flea and tick prevention, medications, and more. Every order comes with a surprise for your furry family. Don't miss Dr. Cuddle's Ready Rescue, a must-have detoxifier for emergencies. Visit PetMeds.com and use promo code Panthers for 20% off site-wide. Pet Meds, care you trust to keep pets happy and healthy throughout their lives.
Hey, Cats fans, get ready to feast at Lime Fresh. Fresh food and award-winning margaritas. Yes, please! From Miami-Dade to Broward, we've got locations all over. And right now, you get 50% off your in-house order just by repping Go Cats. Go to LimeFreshMexicanGrill.com to find your nearest location. Oh, yeah. Lime Fresh. Fresh food, fresh flavor, and, of course, fresh fun.
Back here at Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final, and the Panthers lead the series 2-1. They lead Game 4 3-0. Stuart Skinner has been chased from the game. Calvin Pickard is in net for the Edmonton Oilers as we get ready for the start of the middle frame. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you here tonight. Robert Griepers, our on-set engineer. Trevor Harris back at studio control. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida Panthers and the National Hockey League is expressly prohibited. It'll be Anton Lundell taking the face-off against Leon Draisaitl to get things started here in the second period of action. Panthers in red left to right, the Oilers in white right to left as we get set to go in the second period. So again, Calvin Pickard takes over in net for Stuart Skinner, who allowed 3 on 14, made 14 saves on the 17 shots that he faced. Puck played up the near side into the neutral zone, and Matthias Ekholm across the ice to Jake Wallman. He'll dump it down to our left. So 14 saves, 3 goals allowed for Stuart Skinner on the 17 Panthers shots. Puck cleared up the far boards down to our right. A foot race for this one. Ekholm, Marchand, they battle. Ekholm up the boards, turn it over. Luostarine into the far corner, into the skates of one of our linesmen there. The Oilers fight to get the puck out, and they will. And into the neutral zone, the Panthers reload. Ekblad, center ice, Carter Verhaeghe dumps it in along the far boards, down behind the net. Off the stick of Pickard. Barkov after it, couldn't settle it. Reinhart here in the near corner. Reinhart behind the net. Barkov taken down. The Oilers get away with one there. Ekholm had them all sorts of wrapped up back behind the net. And now the Oilers clear.
It's going to take blatant penalties from here on out. to get a power play goal wrapped up there by Barkov.
Now breakaway, Jeff Skinner heading in. Deeks to the backhand, save by Bobrovsky. Loose puck to the front of the net, and Reinhart gets back to grab control. The Panthers bring it along. It was a breakaway from about the blue line in for Jeff Skinner. He went to the backhand. Bobrovsky made a save. There was a little bit of a scramble out front. Reinhart got the puck out, and now the net off the moorings behind Calvin Pickard down there in the Oilers net. 18:43 to go in the second. Early stages here in the middle frame. 3-0 the Panthers in front. Sergei Bobrovsky has made 7 saves so far in the game. And, well, Billy, you nailed it as we were going to break at the end of the first period. You said you thought Calvin Pickard would take over in net, and he has.
Yeah, come back. You have no choice if you're Knobloch and the coach of the Oilers. See what Pickard can do. Down at the other end, Jeff Skinner, a partial breakaway, bouncing puck, gets behind everyone. Bobrovsky makes a save, an important save, but good. Forsling there on the back check, harassing him just enough to make it not feel comfortable. Like a clear cut. And that back check by Forsling helped out the goaltender Forsling, and he's able to stop Jeff Skinner. And down the other end, you definitely have to have a shoot-first mentality now. With Calvin Pickard, hasn't played a lot of hockey, got in the third period last game, but it's been a while since he's played meaningful minutes.
Brett Kulak across the Panthers line, lobs one in. Glove save made by Bobrovsky. Made it look easy that time. Pickard played 16 minutes and 33 seconds of relief in Game 3. Mop-up duty and stopped 7 of 8 in that one. So that was his last action. And Billy, bigger picture, you look at it, regardless of how things end here, that might have been the change that indicates who's going to get the nod for the Oilers come Game 5 on Saturday night, too.
Yes, that would be very
You probably don't get hooked in back-to-back games and then get the nod for Game 5.
Unless you're Vasilevsky or Bobrovsky or somewhere along that stature. But when you got a 1A, 1B goaltender scenario.
Here's Seth Jones working an offside call against the Panthers, as Seth Jones would have had a clear lane and a shot on goal, but the whistle blows.
When you got 1A and 1B and Pickard came in early in these playoffs and won all 6 games that he started, you're going to go back to Pickard if whatever the case is, especially if he shuts the door and Edmonton somehow is able to crawl their way back into this game. That would make it a for sure slam dunk. But I agree with you on your point. No matter what happens the rest of the way, it looks like Pickard will probably be entering the net in game number 5.
So a face-off coming outside the Edmonton
and that
line.
being said, these last 2 periods are going to be important for Pickard in net to gain some confidence against this Panther team. And that save there by Bobrovsky, 3-0. This game is still well within reach. And those key saves at big moments, Bobrovsky continues to provide them.
Well, if you look back, Billy, at how the run has gone for Edmonton as we have a puck out of play, 18:09 left in the second, 3-0 Panthers. Calvin Pickard didn't lose the goal crease because of performance. He got nicked up in the Vegas series, and Stuart Skinner had the door swing back open, and he went back into the net. But prior to that, Calvin Pickard was riding a bit of a high for the Oilers, and they weren't hinting at all of giving the goal crease back to Stuart Skinner.
Not at all, and you have to go back all the way to the end of the first period in game number 2. The Oilers have 2 goals since then, both by Corey Perry.
Yep. Here on the near boards, Janmark bump by Nosek. Evander Kane will clear. Down to our left, Nate Schmidt on it for the Panthers. Off the far boards, A.J. Greer, and then Jonah Gadjevich will dump the puck down.
That's over 6 periods and 2 overtimes, or whatever you want to call it, that the Edmonton Oilers have produced 2 goals, and those only coming from the 40-year-old Perry.
Down to our left, back behind the net, Bobrovsky had the puck nudged away by Janmark, but the Panthers fight to keep control. As Nosek hands to Jones, gains center, and the puck played in. Around the end boards on a Karam, Sam Bennett down behind the net. This one goes off to the near boards, picked up by Kane. Lost out of the zone by Evander Kane. Draisaitl up to the offensive line for Edmonton. He gave one away, and Seth Jones will hand it to Evan Rodriguez. Up the near side, Matthew Tkachuk along the near boards. Tkachuk out to the near point. It's Jones. Down to the near corner then, Jake Wallman on it for Edmonton. Up the near side, a loose puck, and the Oilers don't clear. Wallman has it again. Across the ice, it's Bouchard. To center ice, Perry. Now in go the Oilers, a breakaway. Bouchard heads in, shot, he sent it high. And this one rims around near boards. Bennett finished him off with a check, but yep, a penalty is going to be coming up here as the Panthers will have a man going off for the first time. Sam Bennett's going to be the guilty party. Let's listen in downstairs.
Well, the Panthers can't let up, not even an ounce. On the other side, and they got a little disoriented there on the back check. Marchand went for the change. The right side was wide open, And as soon as Tkachuk went for that change, Bouchard was able to beat everyone up the ice down that right side, and he's unalone. This is a true breakaway for Bouchard, the defenseman. Nice pass from the veteran Perry on the sidewall, and it's given right back in the middle to Bouchard, who sails it up over the net, took the slash on the hands from Bennett, shorthanded for the first time for the Panthers.
Face-off near circle down to our left inside the Panthers zone, and Edmonton will control to start their power play. Bouchard along the near boards to the corner, and then along the end wall, Corey Perry. Backhand far side. Handled over on the boards by McDavid. Up top, it's Bouchard. McDavid, top of the right circle. Down low, Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, a shot, and he scores. That one in and out quickly. Edmonton's on the board. A power play goal for the Oilers, and it's Ryan Nugent Hopkins upstairs.
And things changed quickly. All of a sudden, Skinner had a breakaway. Bouchard had a breakaway. You get your first power play opportunity. 19 seconds. Ryan Nugent Hopkins able to take that pass through a maze of bodies, wired upstairs underneath the crossbar. They win the opening face-off, and the veteran, and they're one of the best teams at exploiting seams, making those cross-ice passes with their talent. And Draisaitl was able, there was an opening in that hole. The Panthers didn't have their sticks in the right spot, didn't have it back. They had it facing the neutral zone instead of the middle, trying to block it up. Draisaitl was able to put it over to Ryan Nugent Hopkins in a pretty nifty shot right underneath the crossbar.
So they saw Bobrovsky for the first time tonight. Sergei Bobrovsky took 10 shots to get one by him this evening from the Edmonton side of things. 3-1 is the Panthers lead, 16:23 left in the second period.
And I believe McDavid and Draisaitl will pick up points on that play. So it changes the complexion of the game immediately.
6 in the playoffs for Ryan Nugent Hopkins.
There's a whole lot of runway left in this game.
Here on the near side of the ice, Dmitry Kulikov gains center, puck played in. Around the end boards, got by Trent Frederick. Pushed into the far circle by Schmidt, bounced away. Long shot Rodriguez off a body out front. Picked up, and then over on that far side of the ice, it's Matthias Ekholm in the corner with Matthew Tkachuk on him. Ekholm around, here's Nurse. Long feed, rink wide, on a bounce, Adam Henrique for Edmonton. He'll dish to Frederick up the far boards, works it down low, Sam Bennett there. Bennett off the short glass, Rodriguez, then to Schmidt jumping in the rush. Nate Schmidt gains center and dumps the puck down. Back behind the net, Pickard.
Edmonton now has a power play goal in 9 straight games.
They are rolling in that department. Now a turnover in the neutral zone, back in go the Panthers. Seth Jones will dump one down. Around goes Reinhart, far side, jumped over his stick. Now Mikkola works it back behind the Edmonton net. Darnell Nurse in the trapezoid behind Calvin Pickard. Nurse takes a long look ahead. 15-19 to go here in the second period. 3-1. It's the Panthers over Edmonton. Brett Kulak, far side of the ice for the Oilers. He'll cross the center red line, rolls one down. Far corner, Nico Mikkola tied up by Connor Brown. Barkov dumped over by McDavid. Puck rattled out to the right point. Bouchard is there. Bouchard, long shot, and a save made by Bobrovsky with the stick. It's pushed out of the zone then by Reinhart. Bouchard backed up inside his own blue line.
If anything you learn from games 1 and 2, you cannot sit back against the Oilers. It just doesn't work.
Now the Oilers keep pressuring. It's Connor Brown, can't get a shot away. Now out at the line, Nugent Hopkins covering, keeps control. Bouchard across, Kulak long wrister, tipped on goal, a save made by Bobrovsky, and that was a challenging save. That one changed course out front. May have been Connor Brown who got a stick on that. And Seth Jones, a long feed out of the zone, has Reinhart far side. It's rolled deep into the Edmonton end. Behind the net, and here to carry the puck ahead is Evan Bouchard. Straight out to center ice he goes. Works it over the Panthers line. Had it sliced away by Lundell, and the Panthers clear.
Edmonton's finding some open ice here in this second period. They're attacking with some speed, gaining the line with easy control.
Up the near side, Draisaitl to center ice into the offensive end. Puck dumped down by Leon Draisaitl. Stays in after it. Backhand around near side. That one missed the mark, and out come the Panthers' Marchand. Up the near boards. Had it poked away, but Ekblad there to dump it down. And the second period hasn't been a strong point for Edmonton in the series. Maybe more already to show for 6 minutes and change of this second period than the other 3 combined in the series so far. Here's Puck Colson up the near side, down to the corner. Winds it around. Over on the far boards, Draisaitl. Out to the right point. Throws one down to that far circle. A penalty upcoming here. And it's going to be against Edmonton.
Is it going to be holding a stick against Kulikov?
Well, now we'll wait and see. If it is against the Panthers, the call came late. Let's listen in downstairs. And that's exactly it. Referee Bill Lindsay nailed that one upstairs. So 13:31 left in the second period. 3-1 Panthers. And the Panthers looking ahead at a big penalty kill coming up on the other side. It's the Florida Panthers Radio Network presented by Baptist Health.
Hey, all. This is Alonzo Mourning, and I want to talk to you man to man. When it comes to your health, we don't have to be just strong or be tough. We have to be smart, too. We need to take the time and get a health screening, and it can save your life. It saved mine.
Join Alonzo Mourning at the Miami Heat Men's Health Summit this June 14th. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/Zotime.
Hey Panthers fans, get ready to score big with Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of your Florida Panthers. Just like our team on the ice, we're faster than ever. Skate by for an oil change or any other vehicle maintenance service you may need. You never need an appointment. Keep your ride as strong as our Panthers. We're here to keep you moving. For coupons and locations, go to jiffylubespecials.com. Offer.
13:31 to go, second period, 3-1 Panthers over the Edmonton Oilers, and Edmonton to its second power play here in the middle frame, their second power play of the game. They scored on the first one. So 3-1 Panthers. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scored on their last man advantage.
You got your lead in the first period via the power play. Edmonton some life here in this second period. You've thrown them a lifeline. Opportunities, you sat back a little bit, taking a couple of penalties.
Off the face-off, the puck back behind the Panthers' net. Corey Perry to the near point for Evan Bouchard. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins near circle. Bouchard up top. Bouchard straight onto the blue line. Backhand dish, far point. McDavid over skates it, poked away. Good read there by Reinhart. Got it out through the neutral zone and down to our right. McDavid back to handle it.
You don't see that very often. Connor McDavid mishandles the puck. Reinhart, Johnny on the spot.
McDavid dances into the offensive end, gives to Draisaitl along the right boards. Now Bouchard down for McDavid, back up top, Evan Bouchard for Edmonton. Has it at the line, winds, fakes, gives off to his right, McDavid, then a one-time shot, Draisaitl bottom of that right circle, right where he likes it, but Bobrovsky read it nicely and made the save. 12:51 to go in the second. 3-1, the Panthers in front. That shot's nearly impossible to convert for just about everybody else on planet Earth, Billy, but Leon Draisaitl likes it right there.
He's only done it a gazillion times. Takes it back door, tries to go short side. That big blade that he uses has got a massive width to it, and he tried to go short side. Good read, as you mentioned, Bobrovsky able to slide over right to left in time with a big push. And you got to seal the post. As goaltender on that plate, you have to seal that post as tight as you can because it can squeak through there. Sergei Bobrovsky hugged that left post as hard as he could.
Puck played up the near side by Jones, held in by Bouchard. Now it's Nugent-Hopkins, McDavid, right circle, down to Draisaitl, right circle, Nugent-Hopkins, then try Bouchard, and it's absorbed by Sergei Bobrovsky at the top of the goal crease. 12:38 to go in the second. 3-1, Panthers over the Oilers, and 1:07 left in the Dmitry Kulikov holding the stick minor.
This is one of those inflection points in a game. If you're able to kill this off and get back into your style. But this should be a wake-up call for the Panthers here early in the second period after giving that power play goal and second power play. Get through this and get back to your game.
Off the face-off, the puck goes out to McDavid, but we're going to do it again. 12:36 left in the second. Circle. And if this is showing anything, Billy, the Panthers can take note. The Oilers aren't going to roll over here.
Stanley Cup Finals, no one's going to quit. You don't get this far right. If you got quit in your game. No one rolls over. You wouldn't be in this position. Good job by Lundell off the face-off.
Yep, he clears it down. Calvin Pickard well out of the net. A dangerous pass across with Marchand creeping in, but he did get it to Bouchard. Draisaitl now walks in offensively. Gave it away at the line. Marchand back up to the offensive end. He'll drive one down on Calvin Pickard, who makes a routine glove save and dishes to Bouchard, who swerves around the back of the net. Up the near side, it's McDavid. On the wing to Nugent-Hopkins, top of the near circle, threads one down toward the goal, and it's right into the pads of Sergei Bobrovsky with Corey Perry creeping in. That was intended to be a deflection for Corey Perry, and Perry may have gotten a piece, but Bobrovsky makes the save. 12:09 left in the second, 3-1 the score. Billy, you bring up the point about these two teams, and you get to this point in the playoffs, and you have to be able to overcome adversity. These are the two teams that maybe at one point or another saw their season flash before their eyes. The Oilers in the first round, the Panthers in the second round. Both were down 2-0 in a series. Both were down in Game 3, fought to come back and keep their playoff runs alive.
The most intense situation. You're playing for your dreamhood gold. Panthers trying to defend that. Connor McDavid, superstar for the Oilers, trying to get there first.
Off the face-off, Bouchard at the line. Left side, Nugent-Hopkins to the corner. McDavid then behind the net. Connor McDavid to the far circle. Bouchard, McDavid right circle. Into Draisaitl at a sharp angle, and his shot deflects wide, picked up, cleared by Ekblad. 20 seconds on this Oilers power play now. The Panthers doing a good job on the kill.
Nice stick by Forsling and Ekblad, denying that cross-ice pass by Draisaitl.
Bouchard to center. He'll dump it in from the center red line. Around the inboards, near corner, Jones into a tie-up. Evander Kane has control. Out to the line, Wallman. Across one-time drive, Ekholm. Bobrovsky enough of it to shake it away. Adam Henrique behind the net. Henrique for Edmonton. Couldn't do much with it. Mikkola kept it to the near boards. Fresh off serving the penalty, Dmitry Kulikov in. So back to 5-on-5 hockey we go. And a battle for a loose puck here along the near board. Seth Jones across to Mikkola. And Nico Mikkola lugs it out to center. He'll dump it in. That rings around the end boards here on the near side. Barkov. He has Rodriguez top of the near circle. Puck bounces away. Evander Kane up the near side. Cross ice pass. Skinner able to field it off his skates. And then over on the far board, Skinner shuffles it down low. Far corner, Barkov. Rink wide then to Schmidt. Oilers in a change. Nate Schmidt near side. Reinhart takes a hard lick from Trent Frederick. Got the puck along here on the near side. And inside the Oilers and Nurse back and forth with Kulak. Darnell Nurse to center. Puck chipped in. Kulikov, far side for the Panthers, off the high glass, and it's held in the zone. A drive then from Nurse, who leaped to keep that puck in the zone. That deflects off the Panthers' stick, goes out of play. 10:36 to go in the second, 3-1. It's the Panthers over the Oilers as we approach the midway point.
There's where the long change can make a difference. Barkov in that line needed a change, but they couldn't get the puck deep. Oilers get a full line change and get back into the other zone. Offensively, start to push and get a tired group on the ice. And that's why the Panthers have had a lot of success in the second period, is that they're able to have those kind of pushes, hem teams in their zone, and that long change not be able to get to the bench. And we're starting to see a bit of it here from the Oilers going against the Panthers, which we rarely see. There's ebbs and flows throughout the hockey game, and this is where you rely on your veterans to calm everything down. Make sure, okay, we understand, here's a bit of a push. Let's get going, get back, understanding the situation we're in.
Matthew Tkachuk plays one high through the neutral zone. Kulak plays it down to our left end for Edmonton. And now Seth Jones, rink wide for Verhaeghe. Far corner, too far for Sam Bennett. Darnell Nurse up the near side. Podkolzin, he'll clear for the Oilers. Back inside the Panthers and Mikkola. Near boards Jones, then he'll turn it through center ice. Jones heads in, looks right, nobody home. And Corey Perry mishandles one. Sam Bennett takes it away. High slot, Tkachuk, a shot save made by Pickard. And he will sprawl out to the top of the goal crease, covering after making that save on Tkachuk. 9:57 left in the second. 3-1, Panthers over the Oilers. Matthew Tkachuk looking for the hat-trick goal there, but Pickard makes the save. Back with more in a moment here in Game 4 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Hey Panthers fans, looking for an unforgettable group experience? Team up and score more with Florida Panthers group tickets. Whether it's for corporate outings, school trips, or a fun night out with friends, nothing beats the excitement of live hockey at Amerant Bank Arena. Get exclusive benefits like ticket savings, priority seating, and access to VIP experiences. Don't miss out on the action. Secure your group spot today. Visit FloridaPanthers.com or call 954-835-PUCK to learn more.
The moves the Panthers make on the ice count. American Van Lines knows the moves you make count the most. As the official mover of the Florida Panthers, we always want to win by providing you with the most hassle-free move of your life. I'm Anthony DeSorbo, owner of American Van Lines. When it's time to move, give us a call because we'll give you a solid upfront quote that you can count on. When the time is short and you need to make a move, depend on our pros at American Van Lines. Go Panthers and move with the champs, American Van Lines.
Attention sports fans, when it comes to your health, don't just play defense, make the winning move with Solstice Dental Insurance. Whether you're looking for a PPO, HMO, or discount plan, Solstice has you covered. Our unique comprehensive dental and vision products ensure that you get the extensive coverage you need, all at an affordable price. With a national network and top-tier customer service, Solstice is your go-to teammate for championship smiles and clear vision. Join the winning team. Call Solstice today, 877-760-2247 or solsticebenefits.com and score big on your dental insurance.
9:57 to go in the second. We've crossed the midway point here at Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise. Panthers 3 and the Oilers 1 here in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers lead the series 2-1. Game 5 Saturday night, 8 Eastern in Edmonton. Will the Panthers be one game away from a second straight Stanley Cup, one win away, or will it be reduced back to a best of 3? We'll see how things play out, but Panthers in a good spot so far here. Nosek through center, intercepted. Bouchard far side, hard collision there. Nosek in to take the body on Frederick. Nosek wound up with maybe the worst of the collision, but still muscled the puck out beyond the line. Oilers work it in down to our left, far side of the ice, picked up. Jonah Gadjevich tries to clear. It's held in. Janmark to Frederick. He mishandles one. Trent Frederick near side recovers to Nurse near point. Launched down to the near corner. And then Kulikov keeps it to the near side. Loose puck along the boards. And here on the near wall, long shot. Janmark tipped wide by Adam Henrique, all alone out front of the Panthers net. A nifty deflection, just missed, and the puck played down.
Everything, all the Panthers, everyone expecting that puck to get out. They're able to hold it in at the blue line, and Panthers had Duke to Spencer at the top of the faceoff circles, and Henrique just hanging out there.
Wolsterinen behind the net in the offensive end for the Panthers, holding it down there before ultimately Connor McDavid back to swipe the puck away. Up the far side for Connor Brown. Off his skates, loose over on that far side of the ice. Brad Marchand, he'll flip it out through center. And Jake Wallman backed up inside the Oilers line with 8:42 to go in the second. 3-1 Panthers over Edmonton. Wallman. He gave it away. Anton Lundell the clear. The save made by Calvin Pickard. 8:34 left in the second. 3-1 Panthers over the Oilers. And Anton Lundell almost had one gift wrapped for him right there. But Calvin Pickard makes his biggest save since entering the game.
Good play by Lundell there. And Wallman just regurgitates the puck. He takes a cross-ice pass from Kulak. He's trying to skate the puck out. Whiffs on a pass totally. And it goes right on the stick. Lundell, partial breakaway from top of the faceoff, circles in, tries to go forehand, backhand, and Pickard's able to stick that right pillow out and make the save. Big save by Pickard at a big moment.
Oh, maybe kept his team alive,
Yeah,
Billy.
Lundell had the chance there and trying to do a little too much on that breakout pass. Kulak over to Wallman, and Wallman trying to get it over to Nugent Hopkins, just missed.
Bouchard fails to clear. Jones to Bennett, and then down behind the Oilers net. Wallman this time, he's upended by Rodriguez, who looks like he may have been clipped with a stick, and no call. Bouchard out of the zone. Evander Kane tries to dance in. Oh, good play made by Seth Jones. Took the body on Kane and knocked him right over, crossing in. The puck picked up then by Tkachuk to Jones. Off the far boards. It's taken away by Kapanen. And chipped down to our left, deep into the Panthers, and Nico Mikkola back for this one. Shuffle along the near side, Rodriguez. Evan Rodriguez up the right side into the offensive end. Down for Bennett, a little far for him. Loose back behind the net. Bennett to Rodriguez. Far corner, Tkachuk. Out to the line, Nate Schmidt to Kulikov. One-timer and a save made by Pickard. He's got it, 7:46 to go. Period number 2, 3-1. Panthers over the Oilers. Getting back to that play, Billy. If Anton Lundell's able to cash in there, more than the Panthers going up 4-1 would almost be the way the goal would have been scored. That could have been a major deflator for Edmonton. Instead, you wonder how the Oilers respond now, seeing their goaltender, like we talked about, virtually kept them in it.
Yeah, that rejuvenates you on the bench, and if you're a Wallman, you go back to the bench and you're like, that's a lot better than being minus. I made a mistake, and you can kind of shake it off. If it ends up in the back of the net, you're almost destroyed walking back to the bench. You don't even want to go there, so that's the difference a goaltender can make.
A.J. Greer to Kulikov. Backhand chip down to the near corner. Darnell Nurse around the end boards. Ekholm. And he'll play it up the far side. Here's Jeff Skinner for the Oilers. Angled up on a bad pitch again. Yeah, the puck played out to Ekholm across. Nurse has some room but can't settle the puck down. Rips it out front. It's off Nate Schmidt wide to the far corner. And now over along the far boards. The puck taken and whipped out to the right point. Ekholm to Nurse, left circle shot, and he scores. Darnell Nurse gets the Oilers back to within one with 7:13 left in the second. Darnell Nurse upstairs on a nifty shot just under the crossbar. And again, the Oilers back to within a goal.
Well, there's the save by Pickard that comes back the other way. They almost had a 2-on-1 to begin with. Panthers pinched up. That led to the zone time, and it comes across. Darnell Nurse was feeding it down low. Good puck retrieval by the Oilers. Frederick in a battle, and Frederick was able to help out. They win the puck. They get it back to Ekholm in the middle of the ice, and then from the bottom of the faceoff circle, bottom of the dot from a sharp angle, Darnell Nurse is able to elevate it over the shoulder of Bobrovsky and make this 3-2.
Now, that was a heck of a shot.
It was. Better credit to, but got running around a little bit in your own end, and that was a brilliant shot by Darnell Nurse, 3-2, and you go back to that Pickard save on Lundell.
Uh-oh.
And now we got delay game.
It looks like a delay game penalty coming against the Panthers here. And they're going to be down a man.
And this is Barkov, who rarely makes a mistake, just battling down deep in the corner. Goes off his blade. And that reverse VH the goaltenders play around the post. And how many times have we seen throughout the course of the season, players are wired to shoot it at their heads from that sharp angle. They go, and that exposes that top half of the net. Goaltenders don't come over and just hug that post. They go in that reverse VH, go down, try and cover that bottom half of the net, but you got that shot and you're able to rip it around the head. We've seen a ton of goals, regular season and postseason, scored just like that Nurse goal, and now you're back on the penalty kill.
Oh, what a 2 minutes we have now in front of us. As Bouchard gives to Nugent Hopkins, the Oilers control. Bouchard to McDavid, a little too much heat on that, even for Connor McDavid to handle it here in the near circle. Back behind the Panthers net, McDavid. He'll shuffle one off to the far boards, Bouchard. Down behind the net, Perry to McDavid. McDavid near circle. Nugent Hopkins high slot. Wrister into traffic. Loose in front. Bobrovsky to save. It's kept alive by the Oilers. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins right circle for Draisaitl. Missed the pass but recovered on a bounce. Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins near circle. Up top, Bouchard again. Looks right, has McDavid to Bouchard out the line. Evan Bouchard taking his time. Bouchard gives to McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard again. Evan Bouchard, right circle. Nugent Hopkins, Bouchard locked and loaded. A drive, and it's wide. Here on the near boards, McDavid to the corner. Looks out front, a chance. Oh, what a save made by Bobrovsky. Right to left across the crease. Stop Draisaitl. Bouchard then. Here in the near circle. 1 minute on the Edmonton power play. Bouchard tipped. It's loose. And the puck played up the boards by Ekblad. Held in by Nugent Hopkins. Draisaitl. He'll work across to the far circle. Into the corner, McDavid. Up top, right point taken there by Bouchard. To Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Through the near circle. This one handled here on the near side. Perry backhand in front. Play to the line. Nosek didn't clear. Then it's Bouchard down low and a shot from McDavid wide. Up the near side, Luostarinen will clear to center. And the Panthers a chance to catch their breath, but they won't be able to get fresh penalty killers on. Here's McDavid in. He dangles to the front, makes a move. Oh, what a save. Bobrovsky on McDavid with the right pad. McDavid danced through everyone, but Sergei Bobrovsky slides from his left to his right to keep the Panthers up one with 5:24 to go here in the second.
Sparkling goaltending performance by Bobrovsky. First on that one-timer, as he gets over and makes the split save, the dexterity on Draisaitl, and then McDavid coast to coast just bobs and weaves through everyone, gets around Ekblad and tries to take it around on the forehand, and Bobrovsky again, that dexterity down low, the ability to stretch out and stay with it, able to make that pad save, and maybe a questionable goal by giving up on Nurse, but those were two brilliant saves by Bobrovsky. Wow.
Ekholm fans on a shot. The puck goes wide. Near corner, it's Evander Kane for Edmonton. To the line, Wallman gives back to Kane. Near circle, Jeff Skinner dances out front. Turnaround shot, it's wide. That rims around and goes out of play off a deflection. 5:02 left in the second. Barkov out of the penalty box. And Wallman knocked Lundell down after the whistle. 5:02 left in the second. 3-2. Panthers over the Oilers. The Panthers get through that Edmonton power play. And we will take you the rest of the way in period number 2 on the other side. Game 4 of the Cup Final. Panthers lead 3-2 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts, all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Hey, Panthers fans. Time to face off. Hockey is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the sellies this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cats games or to any other live event in South Florida, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Let's talk goals. You don't have to be a professional athlete to achieve them. You just need the right partner for the assist. And when it comes to your facility's landscape, there's no one better than Brightview, the official lawn care partner of the Florida Panthers. Go to brightview.com to see how our commercial landscape services can help you achieve your goals. Or call 844-235-7778 to set up your free consultation. That's 844-235-7778 or brightview.com.
.502 left in the second. 3-2 to the Panthers over the Edmonton Oilers. And Game 5 will be Saturday night, 8 Eastern, 7:30 Panthers preview across the radio network. And what remains to be seen, will it be the Panthers with a chance to win the Stanley Cup come Saturday night? Will it be a brand new best-of-3 series reset on Saturday night? Right now, 3-2 Panthers. It was 3-0 coming into the second. Edmonton clearly playing its best second period of the Cup final so far. Darnell Nurse cuts down low. He's got one of the Edmonton goals. Wraps it out front. It's loose. Podkolzin a backhand. He scores. Vasily Podkolzin right out in front. A backhand swipe at it, and he's able to nudge it past Sergei Bobrovsky. And Edmonton has come back to tie this game at 3. Vasily Podkolzin, his first of the series.
Darnell Nurse starting to have a huge impact, and how he got that shot in front. They won the faceoff, and Darnell Nurse comes from his point position all the way around. Marchand's on him, and he just kind of throws it in front. And Podkolzin there, what a play just to get it in front. And Podkolzin on his backhand is able to wrap it around. There's a battle in front. Podkolzin's a big, big body, and he outbattles two Panthers in front, both Mikkola and Jones, which says something about the size and strength of Podkolzin, because Jones and Mikkola are in that battle with him, and he's able to squirm around both those huge defenders for the Panthers and put that rebound in the net. And Nurse coming down from his point, making things happen.
That's the far point long shot from Nate Schmidt. Glove down by Calvin Pickard. He'll hold it. 4:43 left in the second. 3-3 the score. Billy, we're not going to say it's the only reason Edmonton has come back here, but can you take us into a dressing room when the first period doesn't go your team's way and you get wind of the fact that whether it was his fault or not, the starting goalie's not going back in, the backup's going in. If you're the rest of the guys on that team, how does that land with you? How does it sit?
You let our starting goaltender down, and we better start to go in the right direction. We've already let one man that's bailed us out, won us a lot of hockey games to get to this point. Let's go. Let's respond.
And sometimes it's the only card that the coach has to play. Here's Schmidt, a shot loose in front after a deflection was stopped by Pickard. It was Matthew Tkachuk with the save on the deflection try. The rebound got away from Bennett. The puck played down to our left by Jeff Skinner inside the Panthers' end. Out of the far corner is Nate Schmidt. Across then for Kulikov up the near wing. It's out of the reach of Bennett down to our right for an icing. 4:02 left in the second, 3-3 the score. And on that note, feels like it's been a while since we've had an icing call against the Panthers.
Yep.
Edmonton.
But all of a sudden, 3-0, and you start to feel comfortable. You won the last game 6-1, outscoring them 9-1 through 4 periods. And you sit back, you relax. And you can see it at the start of the second period with the Skinner and the Bouchard chance. Then you start taking penalties because the Oilers have the puck, get the power play goal, get the goal by Nurse. Podkolzin, you've been outworked here in the second period.
And off the face-off here, battle for a loose puck. Draisaitl takes a feed from McDavid. Draisaitl 2 assists, McDavid 1 assist, but the Edmonton goals, Nugent Hopkins, Nurse, Podkolzin. Out of the near corner, it's Schmidt. They were looking for more depth scoring, and, well, they've gotten it here in this one. Sam Bennett, backhand flipped along. Kachuk, cross ice. A lane, Nate Schmidt to the circle, cuts in. Couldn't get a shot away. Peels off far boards, looks for a lane. Nobody to go to. Winds it around near side. Ekblad bounces, then Reinhardt, a shot gloved by Pickard, and the Edmonton goaltender will hold it. 3:23 left in the second. 3-3 is the score, and a face-off upcoming inside Edmonton territory.
You never see Mikkola and Jones, especially those two big bodies, lose a battle in front to Podkolzin. I don't care how strong he is. But Podkolzin in that front of the net had both those defensemen wrapped around him. He was able to find that puck, and give him credit. But there's that workman-like mentality, 50-50 puck battles, starts to go your way. And we're reset. We're back right exactly where we started.
And Edmonton is trying to reset the series. They've reset this game tonight. Podkolzin, that strength that he demonstrated, that's a reason he's an every-night player for Chris Knobloch's team. Puck backhanded here on the near side. They've shuffled him up and down the lineup here in this series, but he did spend a lot of the year playing with Leon Draisaitl, and that made a big imprint on his development, his game. Puck dumped down to our left by Henrique. Near corner, Ekblad sends it around far side. Kapanen out to the line, Ekholm. Matthias Ekholm, long drive, blocked away by Bobrovsky. Loose out front of the net. It's off Barkov, caught up in his gear, and the whistle blows as a result with 2:54 to go in the second. 3-3 is the score, and a face-off upcoming here. And we've seen Chris Knobloch try a lot of different combos and formulas throughout this one. The changes coming into tonight's game. Skinner went in for Arvidsson, and Stetcher went in for Klingberg. Those were the in and out substitutions from last game to this game.
This is more on the Panthers here in the second period. They've gotten after you, just like in the first. Edmonton kind of seemed shell-shocked. Now the Panthers reeling back on their heels. This is where that veteran experience, everything that you've been through, riding that roller coaster, got to get back on it, and started hopefully heading downhill.
Over along the far boards, puck picked up by Anton Lundell. Rink wide, here's Brad Marchand. He's got Jones hopping in the rush. Marchand, right circle, a shot. It's blocked by Nurse. Here in the near corner, Edmonton will pounce on control. Draisaitl, Nurse up the right side, and Corey Perry will walk it along. Drop past Draisaitl up the wing. He's slowed down there by Mikkola. Puck to the far corner, Luostarinen shakes off a check. Puck goes around near side. Podkolzin had his helmet knocked off. He's got to go to the Edmonton bench. Draisaitl backpedals into his own end. Gives to Nurse, then Perry. 2:15 to go in the second, 3-3 the score. The Oilers have come all the way back to tie the game. First period belonged to the Panthers. The second period has been Edmonton's period. And that's something we haven't been able to say in the series so far. Edmonton was shaky in the second period of each of the first three games in this series. Sam Bennett up the far side of the ice. He'll look cross ice, poked at by Ekholm, then off Kachuk, then it rolls down on Calvin Pickard, who shuffles it around the end boards. Bouchard fails to clear. Bennett far side, wrist shot into traffic. Pickard may have gotten a piece with the pad, and now here on the near side, Bouchard, the puck carrier for the Oilers. Bouchard backhand, in goes Henrique, right side, mishandles the puck. To the corner it goes, a collision. Schmidt and Henrique. Now Frederick in after it, centering feed for Nugent Hopkins, little off the mark, and the puck nudged into the neutral zone by Rodriguez. Here's Bennett. Up the ice, into the high slot, Sam Bennett looks left, has a man, play back up front, Verhaeghe, a shot, Kachuk, and it's blocked by Matthias Ekholm. The defenseman was there to take away Kachuk's bid for a hat trick. Pickard was out of position, the net was virtually empty, and now we've got a dust up in the corner and an Oiler shaken up, and it's Bouchard down on his knees, back behind the Edmonton net. That draws the attention of Ekholm, and now order restored down at ice level. 1:11 left in the second, 3-3 the score, and the Panthers were Matthias Ekholm shin pad away from getting the lead back.
Good patience through the middle of the ice by Bennett. He's able to just wait and back everyone off, and then the trailer coming late. Verhaeghe throws over Kachuk, and Kachuk looks like he has an empty net. Ekholm, the big body's in front, but there was nothing but an empty net. Pickard was out of position. Then the hit in behind. We'll see what gets discussed here. Bouchard felt the brunt of the contact. Verhaeghe was in on that play.
Well, earlier
we'll have to get a look on our replay. But Panthers there, that rush, and Bennett, there's the confidence with the puck, hanging on to it. Players driving, finds Verhaeghe coming late, and Verhaeghe cross ice, and two Oilers scrambled to block that puck. Both Ekholm and Nugent Hopkins, and let's see who it hits. Yeah, it hits Ekholm right in the knee.
I'm sure it stung, but I'm sure he'll take that over the other potential scenario.
And then a little hit from behind there by Verhaeghe on Bouchard.
Well, the faceoff's going to be coming inside the Edmonton zone.
Last thing the Panthers needs to be shorthanded, and you got to be aware of those. When you're going in there, you see numbers. You have to have the ability to pull up, and it doesn't look like anything's going to come out of it.
Earlier in the period, Pickard bailed out his teammate Wallman. That time, the Edmonton defense, specifically Ekholm, bailed out their goaltender because Pickard overcommitted to that far side.
Yes, he was way over, challenging the shot, thinking Verhaeghe's going to let it go. Goes back door to Tkachuk, and the defenseman Ekholm was able to get his knee on it.
And so a face-off upcoming.
And Verhaeghe lucky he didn't get 2 minutes on this play.
The shots on net are virtually even at this point. Illustrates the way the second period's gone. Doesn't always tell you the story, but after one, the Panthers had a significant advantage there. Back to the action we go. 1:09 left in the second period. The game tied at 3 here in Sunrise. In that far corner then, Barkov had it nudged away by McDavid to the line. Forsling a shot that went off maybe Verhaeghe out front of the net, and the Oilers start out. It's McDavid to Draisaitl, a lane across. He was looking for Connor Brown, couldn't connect with him there. And back come the Panthers. It's knifed along by Verhaeghe down to our right. Going up to by Ekholm. Ekholm up the far side. Connor Brown cross ice. Draisaitl 40 seconds in the period as he backpedals to his own blue line. Backhand to McDavid. He bolts in, dumps it down. Behind the net, Draisaitl. Here on the near side.
High stick coming up again. High stick, I believe, against Forsling against Draisaitl, or is it Draisaitl against Forsling?
Draisaitl's going off.
Bunch of high sticking calls in this game, and Draisaitl trying to get in on the force against Forsling.
Elbowing the call. So the Panthers to a Publix power play here late in the second. And a good chance for the Panthers, if anything, to stem the tide a little bit. Get some traction back in their favor. Power play could carry over into the third period of action, depending on how things go in the next 31.7 seconds. And no doubt about it, saw the replay, and Draisaitl got the elbow up right into the neck area of Gus Forsling. So a face-off far circle, the offensive end of the Panthers. Far circle, a shot from Tkachuk, and that one's kicked away by Pickard. Seth Jones to the corner, and it's Tkachuk up top, taken by Barkov. Right side, Seth Jones dropped it out to Reinhart. Reinhart right circle along the boards to the corner, Tkachuk. Tkachuk here in the near corner tries to center out front. Can't get the pass through Wallman. Now Barkov grabs possession. Reinhart up top. Jones 6 seconds of the period. Tkachuk time winding down in front. Far circle, a shot, and Ekblad's try. Kicked away by Pickard, and that takes us to all zeros on the clock. The end of period number 2. Panthers will have a Publix power play for 1:29 when the third period begins because of the penalty against number 29. But through 40 minutes, tale of 2 periods, Billy. 3-3 is our score. The Panthers led 3-0 and now find themselves in a 3-3 game.
Yeah, it was really important to get the save by Pickard to get the power play goal. It's 3-1, and it could have been 4-1. Lundell is stonewalled by Pickard. You come back the other way. Darnell Nurse from a sharp angle is able to beat Bobrovsky from the goal line. Then a couple more power plays. You get through it, but the top players are touching the puck. McDavid, Draisaitl, they're starting to get into a rhythm here, and they're starting to feel more confident, more belief. And then that second goal by Nurse, they're right back into it. Okay, here we come. Everything, and the goaltender Pickard there, another nice save on Ekblad late. Win another face-off in front. Podkolzin is able to out-battle a couple of defenders. 3-3, and it is a tale of 2 periods. But on the Panthers side of it, where's the big hits? Everyone talked that the Oilers got drawn into the Panthers game in game number 3. Well, after that first period, you got drawn into the Oilers game. There was more white ice. There was more separation. Where were the hits? Where's the physicality? Nothing after the whistle. The meanness has disappeared. That's what the Oilers want. They want free flow and they want room. They want the ability to skate and to make plays. There was a lot more easy entries into the offensive zone there in that second period. Regroup back into the dressing room, and enormous third period come up. This is 3-3 right back into it, and here we are again in a close game. It's crazy how you feel comfortable. Even up here, you can get a sense, okay, 9-1, 6-1, 3-0. Yeah, we got him.
3-0. You think got him where you want him?
Yep, got him where you want him. All of a sudden, one goal. That quick, that power play goal. 3-1's a little different story here. You get the big save by Pickard, and 3-3, and this other team is explosive. They can light it up in a hurry. And it's been a staple throughout these playoffs. Comeback victories for them. Yep. They've trailed a lot, and a handful of times they've been able to come all the way back and win games. All square after 3, and we'll see what shakes out here in the third. But Panthers, they're going to have to get back into their style, into their system, and the veterans in that locker room stand up, make some noise. Let's get it a little louder, that crescendo, and just understand that's not the level that we need to be at to win a game.
Yeah, and it hasn't been McDavid putting the cape on and coming to the rescue. It's been he's only got 1 assist out of these 3 Edmonton goals. So 3-3 the score through 40 minutes. Kevin Rogers and Jamison Olive in After 40 coming up next. They'll recap what we've seen so far. After that, we will have for you a look around the rest of the sports scene, the JetBlue Out-of-Town scoreboard, and your tweets, the world-famous former Twitter segment coming up 3-3 after 2 here in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Your fishing gear is loaded, lunch is packed, the boat's gassed up, everything you need for an awesome day on the water. Well, not everything. You should also bring along your boating safety education. So be sure to take a Florida boating safety course. Know before you go. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. You'll have more fun out on the water. You can take a course in a classroom or online. To learn more, visit Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission at myfwc.com.
Every Stanley Cup champion started somewhere. Begin your championship journey with the Florida Panthers Learn to Play. Learn to Play is designed to introduce the game of ice hockey to boys and girls ages 5 to 9. For only $250, each participant will receive 6 weeks of on-ice training from Florida Panthers alumni and USA Hockey certified coaches, as well as a custom-fitted free set of ice hockey equipment that they can keep at the program's conclusion. For sign-up, location, and scheduling information, visit floridapanthers.com/learn-to-play. Cheers to champions. Manos Wine has teamed up with the Florida Panthers to celebrate the 2024 Stanley Cup champions. Introducing our exclusive collection of deep-etched, hand-painted wines and sparkling metallic red bubbly, each featuring unique championship designs. Whether you're toasting to victory at home or celebrating with friends, these limited edition bottles are a must-have for every Panthers fan. Shop now at manoswine.com or find us at your local liquor store. Raise your glass to the champions, because every victory deserves a great wine.
This is the Florida Panthers' second intermission report on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Presented by Baptist Health.
Second intermission here at Amerant Bank Arena. The Oilers with 3 goals in the second to tie things up with the Panthers at 3 apiece. Kevin Rogers and Jamison Olive, FloridaPanthers.com. Stanley Cup Final, Game 4. Panthers looking for a 3-1 series lead as we will review the first 2 periods. Before we do, let's pause for station identification right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Here's Letang. Waits, lets it go, and he missed the target. Draisaitl back the other way for the Oilers. Draisaitl scores!
AIS HD2 Boca Raton.
Jamison Olive, FloridaPanthers.com, joining us here. Panthers 3, the Oilers 3 through 2 periods of play here in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final, and a lot to digest here, Jamison. Panthers scored 3 in the first. They get 2 on the power play. Quickly on that, Matthew Tkachuk gets both those goals, 1 on the 5-on-3, 4 seconds into that second penalty. It almost felt like that 1 minute you had the 5-on-3, you had to score there, and they did.
Yeah, really, you wanted to do that because you wanted the second half there as well. Even if you don't score, you're just eating up minutes in this game. So that was key for Matthew Tkachuk to get a goal. You know, he leads this team in power play points in the playoffs. He's been doing his thing on the power play. Just a big goal, big moment, and just the first goal was so important, not only in the Stanley Cup Final, but in your home building. You saw how loud the crowd got there. So a great start for the Panthers, especially with that goal.
Tkachuk scored again to make it 2-0, and then Anton Lundell, who didn't score last year in the Stanley Cup final, he got a goal in the final minute. So you felt really good there, up 3-0 through 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, you should feel good up 3-0 through 20 minutes, especially looking at the numbers historically in the NHL. No team in the Stanley Cup Finals ever gone up 3-0 in the first period and lost. So historically, it looks great, but this is hockey. Anything can happen. But great start for the Panthers. They're up 22-5 in scoring chances in that first period. Absolutely dominant. And sometimes you dominate and it doesn't look good as well, but that was domination that looked good. The Panthers looked confident. They were moving the puck well. They weren't giving the Oilers much except for the McDavid line when it was out there. They were generating a little bit. For the most part, just a dominant 20 minutes by the Panthers.
So 3-0 out of the gate. Things are looking good, but then things flipped a bit in the second. Speaking of flipped, Chris Knobloch took out Stuart Skinner, who actually didn't play that poorly. He was on the bad side of the two power play goals, but he played well, I thought, in the first period. But he got pulled. Calvin Pickard came in and almost felt like a momentum shift for Edmonton. The Oilers were getting the power play early in the second period, and one of their top picks, not Connor McDavid, but Ryan Nugent-Hopkins from a long time ago, he would get the Oilers on the board.
Corey Perry handled over on the boards by McDavid. Up top, it's Bouchard. McDavid, top of the right circle. Down low, Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins, a shot, and he scores. That one in and out quickly. Edmonton's on the board. A power play goal for the Oilers, and it's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins upstairs.
6th goal of the postseason for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Had some big goals in the Dallas series in the Western Conference Final. Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid assisting to get the Oilers on the board. They trailed 3-1 there, 3:33 into the second. But that's never good when the door is open and Draisaitl and McDavid are getting points.
Yeah, that's when you kind of felt the momentum coming and the wave started to build for the Oilers. And you mentioned the pulling Skinner, and I think that was a big move there. Not because Skinner did anything wrong. If it's not
no,
for him,
I don't think he played that bad.
It's probably 5-0 if he's not in net in the first period. But that's kind of the move you make as a coach where you say, look what you guys are making me do. You're making me pull Stu. You guys go figure this out. Pick him up, help him out. And you saw the bench and respond for the Oilers. So you kind of felt that's where it started. And you get that first goal, and then you feel, hey, 2-goal deficit. This can build.
Panthers still up by 2, 3-1. However, though, less than 13 minutes into the second period, Darnell Nurse would beat Sergei Bobrovsky upstairs and get the Oilers within 1.
Puck taken and whipped out to the right point. Ekholm to Nurse, left circle shot, and he scores. Darnell Nurse gets the Oilers back to within 1 with 7:13 left in the second. Darnell Nurse upstairs on a nifty shot just under the crossbar. And again, the Oilers back to within a goal. Here's McDavid in. He dangles to the front, makes a move. Oh, what a save. Bobrovsky on McDavid with the right pad. McDavid danced through everyone, but Sergei Bobrovsky slides from his left to his right to keep the Panthers up 1 with 5:24 to go here in the second.
So first on the goal, Darnell Nurse, his third. That one, Sergei Bobrovsky is not stopping. No one's stopping that goal. Matthias Ekholm and Adam Henrique assisting there to get the Oilers within 3-2 at the 12:47 mark of the second period. You heard the save there. Connor McDavid went in, almost tied the game at 3, but big save there by Bob to keep it 3-2.
Yeah, big save there by Bob. McDavid licking his chops. The Panthers killers were out there for quite a while, so he knew they had tired legs, and he just went straight at him and straight through him. So a huge save by Bob. And earlier on that penalty kill as well, he stopped the Draisaitl signature one-timer as well. So huge saves from Bob's on that PK to keep it at 3-2 for the moment in that time.
However, though, a little over 2 minutes later, the Oilers would climb all the way back and tie things up at 3.
Darnell Nurse cuts down low. He's got one of the Edmonton goals. Wraps it out front. It's loose. Podkolzin a backhand. He scores. Vasily Podkolzin right out in front. A backhand swipe at it, and he's able to nudge it past Sergei Bobrovsky. And Edmonton has come back to tie this game at 3. Vasily Podkolzin, his first of the series.
Vasily Podkolzin, of all people, that's right. He ties things up at 3, his second of the postseason. Darnell Nurse assisting. Leon Draisaitl, his second assist of the night. 15:05 into the second. Oilers tie things up at 3 apiece. So far, Panthers out shooting the Oilers 27-24. Panthers had 10 shots on goal in that period after they had the 17 in the opening period. Quickly, Jamison, before we let you go, just your thoughts now, momentum, all of that. Now we're at square one again going to the final 20 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see who has momentum in the first couple of minutes here in the third period. Obviously, the Panthers have 1:29 left on the power play. If you can find a way to convert, whole new ball game. But Cats right now using this intermission to reset. This is a must-win for the Oilers. You can't go down 3-0 in the series. But at the same time, if you're the Panthers, because you've been up 3-0, you're probably telling yourself, this is a can't lose for us. We can't blow that early lead. So battle of the wills here. We'll see what happens. But for the most part, for the Panthers, like I said, find a way to score on this power play off the bat. Put the pressure back on the Oilers, because even though it's tied, it feels like the Panthers pressure's on the Panthers right now coming out for this period.
Jameson Hall, FloridaPanthers.com. Jameson, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you Saturday.
Sounds good. Thanks, Garrett.
There's Jameson Hall, FloridaPanthers.com. Panthers 3, the Oilers 3. 2 periods in the books here. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final as we continue right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Tabanero Hot Sauce is bringing the heat to the rink this game day, folks. As the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, enjoy Tabanero today at any concession stand at the Amerant Bank Arena. We've got it in every flavor: original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Their premium sauce blends are crafted right here in South Florida from all-natural, locally sourced ingredients. And the party doesn't have to stop after the stadium. Take Tabanero home with you by visiting your local Florida retail stores. Savor the flavor of Tabanero. Funky Buddha is back as the official craft brewery of your Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Funky Buddha brings the taproom fun to Amerant Bank Arena, where you can grab an ice-cold gloves-off IPA, brewed exclusively for the Florida Panthers and their fans. Party with them all year long at their brewery in Oakland Park, where you can catch all the Panthers action with their signature selection of innovative brews. Or stop by your closest retailer and bring Funky Buddha home with you. No matter where you're watching, they'll be right there with you. Cheers and go Cats! Funky Buddha Brewery, Oakland Park, Florida. Please drink responsibly.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Have you heard about El Car Wash, the official car wash of the Florida Panthers? For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 40-plus locations from Miami to Palm Beach to Naples and Orlando. If you are on your way to work, having a night on the town, or just need the refreshing feeling of a sparkly clean car, come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast, and fun wash. Visit lcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join, wash, save. El Car Wash. Feel good. Drive clean.
Second intermission continues here in Amerant Bank Arena. Kevin Rogers with you. Panthers 3, the Oilers 3. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. 3 in the second for the Oilers. Coming up, we will have the world-famous former Twitter segment. Quick look at the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. JetBlue, you above all. NBA Finals continuing tomorrow in Indiana. Pacers up 2-1 over the Thunder. Game 4 of that series. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final continues here in Sunrise. Panthers 3, the Oilers 3 right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Hey, all. This is Alonzo Mourning, and I want to talk to you man to man. When it comes to your health, we don't have to be just strong or be tough. We have to be smart, too. We need to take the time and get a health screening, and it can save your life. It saved mine.
Join Alonzo Mourning at the Miami Heat Men's Health Summit this June 14th. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/Zotime.
Hey Panthers fans, get ready to score big with Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of your Florida Panthers. Just like our team on the ice, we're faster than ever. Skate by for an oil change or any other vehicle maintenance service you may need. You never need an appointment. Keep your ride as strong as our Panthers. We're here to keep you moving. For coupons and locations, go to JiffyLubeSpecials.com. Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of the Florida Panthers. Kids, take the next step in becoming the ultimate Florida Panthers fan by joining the Panthers Kids Club. Members of the Kids Clubs can join for free and receive exclusive benefits, including free entries into monthly raffles, special offers, and customized content to stay informed on all things Panthers. Upgraded memberships, which include a Panthers merchandise pack and other additional benefits, can also be purchased. Visit FloridaPanthers.com/Kids Club for more information on all things Kids Club and to sign up. Tabañero hot sauce is bringing the heat to the rink this game day, folks. As the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, enjoy Tabañero today at any concession stand at the Amerant Bank Arena. We've got it in every flavor: original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Their premium sauce blends are crafted right here in South Florida from all natural, locally sourced ingredients. And the party doesn't have to stop after the stadium. Take Tabañero home with you by visiting your local Florida retail stores. Savor the flavor of Tabañero.
3-3 heading to the third and game four. We're going to rip through these tweets because we have a lot. Jeff is tuned in. Kurt in South Carolina. Sean the Hawk. Dr. Greg. Terry, Louisiana. Nisi, Tennessee. Judy in Australia. Ryan, Thief River Falls, Minnesota. Bill and Jim, Lafayette, Indiana. Duty in Marietta, Georgia is tuned in. Gil in Houston. Papa Bear, Pittsburgh. Ryan is listening. Paul in Colorado. Roy in Scotland. Jason, New York. Gus in Greece. Andrew tuned in tonight. We have TJ tuned in. Decker, Eastvale, California. Loriana, Bruce, Fountain Blue is tuned in tonight. Norm and Nate in Chicago. We have Dan and Melissa listening. Kaylin is tuned in tonight. Special want to thank you all the police, fire, medical personnel, military we have tuned in. Thanks for what you do. Thanks for making Panthers hockey a party tonight. And my mom tuned in North Carolina with Kathy, Emily, Joanne, and Lindsay and Sam all tuned in this evening. Third period next, 3-3. Game 4 is back after this on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Hello, Mom.
Himself.
Funky Buddha is back as the official craft brewery of your Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Funky Buddha brings the taproom fun to Amerant Bank Arena, where you can grab an ice-cold gloves-off IPA, brewed exclusively for the Florida Panthers and their fans. Party with them all year long at their brewery in Oakland Park, where you can catch all the Panthers action with their signature selection of innovative brews. Or stop by your closest retailer and bring Funky Buddha home with you. No matter where you're watching, they'll be right there with you. Cheers and go Cats! Funky Buddha Brewery, Oakland Park, Florida. Please drink responsibly. Panthers fans, the Stanley Cup playoffs are here, and Stoner's Pizza has your game day meal covered. Every Panthers game day during the playoffs, get 50% off all pizzas at Stoner's Pizza. With fresh ingredients and daily handmade dough, Stoner's Pizza is the perfect pairing for puck drop. Order in-store, in-app, or online at stonerspizzajoint.com and use code GOCATS to redeem. Stoner's Pizza, the official pizza of the Florida Panthers. Join Stoner's Rewards to earn points on your orders and get exclusive offers. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Back inside Amerant Bank Arena here in Sunrise. It's the Panthers and the Oilers tied at 3 here in Game 4. Panthers trying to put themselves a win away from a second straight Stanley Cup. The Oilers trying to reset the series, going back to Edmonton for Game 5 on Saturday night. Panthers in red right to left. The Oilers in white left to right. Panthers on a power play for 1:29 to start the third period. Power plays presented by Publix. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Robert Reapers, our on-set engineer. Trevor Harris back at studio control. And a late entry to the world-famous former Twitter segment. Miami fan for life tuned in out in Phoenix, Arizona. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. And a thanks to everybody who tweeted in.
Giddy up and buckle the chin strap. Here you go.
We should get chin straps on these headsets.
Yeah, gonna need them the way these games are rolling along.
Face-off win. Barkov at center got it back to Seth Jones, and he'll have control for the Panthers. Jones to his left. Barkov across center, and the puck dumped in. Around the end boards it goes. Far side. On it is Reinhart. Near half wall, Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk with McDavid on him. Back behind the net, Reinhart. Out to the near point. Barkov along the near boards. Cuts in down toward the corner. Pass to Tkachuk behind the net. Over to the right side. Backing out to the point. Ekblad into the far circle. Then Tkachuk up top center of the blue line. Jones looks to Ekblad. Long shot. And that one deflects into the near corner. Handled by Seth Jones there. Given to Reinhart. Up top Ekblad. Near side Jones. Out to the line, Ekblad. Right circle, Tkachuk whips it across. Here's Reinhart in the left circle. Dangles out front, had it poked away by Ekholm, who fails to clear. Loose puck near boards. Hustled down by Ekblad. Can't get it down deep, though. And winning a battle here on the near side, Seth Jones got it down to Reinhart. Out to the right circle. Here's Tkachuk in front. Tipped on goal. What a save made by Calvin Pickard with the right pad on Barkov. Now Jones. Barkov right circle. Jones hit the line. Looks to Ekblad left circle. A shot blocked by Ekholm and cleared. 1 minute, 10 seconds off the clock here in the third, down to 18 seconds in the Publix power play for the Panthers. Nate Schmidt back for the Panthers to grab the puck. He'll bolt along right to left across the radio. Long feed to Marchand, just out of his reach, but he wins a race to it. Marchand, right corner, up top Forsling. Forsling over for Bennett. To Forsling at the line, long shot, loose for Hagee. Backhand, it just rolled away on him, and it went wide. Back behind the net and off to the far boards. Bennett gives to Marchand to the far circle. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Rolled down to that far corner then. Draisaitl off serving the penalty. Over on that far side. Tries to knock it away from Marchand. Marchand has it. Centering feed. Janmark bats it away. Out the line. Held in Forsling. Down behind the Edmonton net. This one rims all the way around. Near side Verhaeghe there. Verhaeghe out to the line. The pass to Kulikov, who wasn't quite in the zone yet. So the Panthers have to get on side. Kulikov dumps it in. Far corner Brett Kulak for Edmonton. Backhand around near side. We've gone over 2 minutes here in the third, and we are, as I mentioned, back to 5-on-5 hockey.
Couple of awesome saves by Pickard, most notably in front on Barkov.
Luostarinen to the net, tipped on goal. Another big right pad save made by Calvin Pickard. That time on Rodriguez, rolling puck out front, and it's pounced on, played out of the zone by Janmark and dumped back in by Kulikov. Calvin Pickard standing tall early in the third, keeping this game tied at 3.
A little bit more pizzazz here to start for the Panthers in this third period.
Has some good pressure on the power play. Bouchard to Wallman. Back to Bouchard. Pass straight on. Off Tomas Nosek. Over on that far side of the ice. The puck rolled down to our left by Gadjevich. Clogged the lane. Puts it down deep. Got there. Plays it to A.J. Greer here on the near side. Panthers trying to set up shop in the offensive end. Battle here in the near corner. It's Nosek to the line. Forsling across Ekblad. A shot, and that deflects wide to the near corner. Here on the near side, Nosek out to the line. Forsling looks across Ekblad. Right circle. Peels off to the boards. Ekblad up top. Forsling then into the far circle. Greer then a shot. Nosek, and it's blocked. Podkolzin will clear for Edmonton to center ice. 16:44 to go in the third. Tied at 3 here in game 4.
Effective shift for your fourth line, though. Don't always have to score. But you get out there, you have momentum on your side. They are able to carry it along.
Up the far side, Mikkola, and this one takes a bounce over along the far boards. The Panthers have control. Reinhart, here's Verhaeghe, a shot. It's off an Oiler. That was Ekholm. The puck flipped out of the zone immediately by Kulak. Mikkola across far side. Seth Jones up the wing. Reinhart dishes. Barkov, high slot. Tried to thread it down low for Verhaeghe. Couldn't. Bounces Reinhart back to Barkov. High slot shot. Hits wide off the end boards. A lively hop all the way out to the near circle. Barkov has it. Barkov along the boards. Out for Reinhart, then Mikkola winds, fires, and Pickard a piece of it, kicked it away. Over on the far boards, now we've got a whistle.
Hit him in the pumpkin, right in the face, or head. Barkov shot it off the yellow dasher, got his own rebound. Got high in the slot. Barkov this time when he wired it, caught him up high.
4 minutes off the clock in the third, 3-3 the score. Billy,
one thing I've noticed about Pickard, way more, Skinner plays deeper in his net. Pickard is very aggressive. He's on top of that blue paint, challenging shots, and that's why that came off that yellow dasher. He was way out there.
And Stuart Skinner seems like a popular guy with his teammates, but one thing I can't tell you about the intangibles, I had a chance earlier in my career in the American Hockey League to spend nearly 4 full seasons with Calvin Pickard in the American Hockey League, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a guy that teammates will battle harder for. He's just one of those guys that his teammates really love, and that's why he's been a successful backup goaltender for a long time in a lot of different places.
Well, that was, and it was a stellar save on Barkov. We've got to look at the replay. He was able to make that right pad save. If Barkov elevates that puck, maybe has a chance. But Pickard during the regular season even, it seemed like they played a little harder under Pickard for whatever reason. But you're right, that enthusiasm as a backup goaltender and their duties, and when he gets called upon, the little extra effort in front of him.
Here's Seth Jones, right point, sends it along the far boards. Puck rims around the end wall. Here on the near side, Nico Mikkola. As the puck poked away, Janmark then for Draisaitl, and he'll drop it back deeply behind the Edmonton net where it's taken by Ekholm. Over on that far side, sent out by Kulak. Bouncing puck down to our right, onto the end wall. Mikkola and Janmark, they tie up back behind Bobrovsky's net. The Oilers with control. Draisaitl banks it out to the near point. Wallman can't handle it, and Wallman backtracking to his own zone. He'll have it inside Edmonton territory with Tkachuk bearing down on him. Wallman retreats behind the net and takes a look. We're seeing just about every defense combo that Chris Knobloch has available used, because I don't think Troy Stetcher's getting many shifts here, Billy.
They're down to pretty much 5 defensemen.
And this one goes
we
out
haven't
of
seen
play.
Stetcher. I think we saw 8 seconds of Stetcher in the second period.
If we're looking at the time on ice breakdown at this point in the hockey game, Stetcher has played. We get you your up to the minute time on ice totals. Troy Stetcher has played 4 minutes, 18 seconds in this game. He's taken 9 shifts. That's tied for the fewest on the Oilers.
And he played 4:18 in the first.
Yep, so he didn't play in the second period. Lou Ostarinen up towards center, Wallman a body into him. That could be difficult to manage as you get deeper and deeper into this thing, but we'll see how it goes. In go the Oilers. Frederick turns it over at the Panthers line, and Marchand bolts the other way. Up the far side of the ice, Nurse the takeaway to Wallman behind the net. Up the near boards, Nate Schmidt kept it in. Bouncing puck, Lundell on it, near side. He had a poke check by Frederick. Now Schmidt kept it down low. Loose puck to the near wall. And it's picked up, fluttered along by Frederick down to our right into the shallow part of the Panthers end. 14:37 going to third, 3-3 is the score.
McDavid, Draisaitl, you can try one-on-one moves at the blue line. Trent Frederick, probably not. He'll advise go back to that bench. And you can see Chris Knoblauch comes over to Frederick right now and just says, get that puck deep.
Schmidt up the far side, and this one goes into the neutral zone. Sam Reinhart has one poked away, and then Schmidt back inside his own line across to Kulikov. Up the right side, Verhaeghe dumps it deep into the Oilers zone. Bouchard on it quickly, rims it up the near side. A hard hit by Forsling on Connor Brown. Now McDavid tangles through center as he picked up the puck. Peels off to the near side, puts it down low, in close. Ekholm, and he rattled that one off a skate wide right out in front of the net. Connor Brown out along the far boards. Bouchard swipes it down behind the net. Connor Brown to that far corner looking for McDavid. Couldn't find him. And now the Panthers will start out of their own zone. Verhaeghe up the far side, stays with it. Verhaeghe into the far circle, and looked like Bouchard may have gotten away with one there. Meanwhile, Tkachuk in the far circle across. Forsling to the front of the net. That one just wide. Went through the blue paint. Out to the far point on the Karam. Ekblad kept it in. Down behind the net and off the near corner. It's Tkachuk. Backhand, near side. Forsling a drive. It rattles, and that one changed course. Pickard able to adjust to make the save, and some shoving off to the side of the goal. Bouchard just threw a glove right into Carter Verhaeghe.
Yeah, shake it off now at this point. Penalties aren't going to be called, and whatever happens, you just play hockey. But if they do call something, go ahead. But get your nose dirty, get in there. We're going to take a break and see what happens.
13:24 left in the third. 3-3 the score. Back with more in a moment here in Game 4 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Have you heard about El Car Wash? The official car wash of the Florida Panthers. For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 40-plus locations from Miami to Palm Beach to Naples and Orlando. If you are on your way to work, having a night on the town, or just need the refreshing feeling of a sparkly, clean car, come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast, and fun wash. Visit lcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join, wash, save. El Car Wash. Feel good, drive clean.
Another checkup? Why are so many people getting new puppies?
Dr. Kim's veterinary office is littered with cuteness.
We are booked solid for weeks, but who can say no to a puppy, right? Oh, who's your good boy? Oh, who's what?
She needs to find extra vet techs to get those pups some extra love.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
13:24 to go, third period. 3-3 is the score. It's the Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers here in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. And a face-off coming up near circle down to our left. Sam Bennett's going to take the draw, and he'll do so against Leon Draisaitl. Bennett, Rodriguez, and Tkachuk, the forward line. Schmidt and Kulikov defensively for the Panthers. Face-off down to our left. Panthers in red right to left, the Oilers in white left to right.
First time we've seen the temperature rise in this game. It was all Panthers in the first, all Oilers in the second. Now you got a battle, and you can see everyone firmly entrenched. It's getting a little bit more heated. Everyone's starting to put a little bit more extra into everything.
Darnell Nurse, long pass out of the zone. It's away from Janmark, who may have been able to get a piece of it, so no icing here. And Nate Schmidt will have it down to our right, back inside the Panthers' end, coming up on 7 minutes gone by in period number 3. Kulikov out of the zone. Nurse bats it away from Tkachuk. The Oilers start in. Up the far boards, Nate Schmidt kept it to the outside. Kachuk to Kulikov, straight on Sam Bennett. Bennett through the center circle, heads into the offensive end. Evan Rodriguez lobs one down wide. That goes into the near corner. Picked up here on the near side. Kachuk, he'll have it down low. Draisaitl tries to poke it away. Kachuk rolls to the side of the net. Swatted away by Pickard. Kachuk tried to center, went off the side of the net. Sam Bennett in the near corner for the Panthers. Out to the near point for Niko Mikkola. Behind the net, Kachuk. Thought about wrapping it around. Loose over on that far side of the corner. Rodriguez and Nurse battle. Back then for Edmonton is Draisaitl. Pass dangerously across his own end, finds Kulak. And then the puck played on for Evander Kane, who tips it down on Bobrovsky. And we've got ourselves a tripping call upcoming here.
This was behind the plane. This is going to go against the Panthers, it looks like.
12:26 left in the third. A 3-3 score, and it is
going to be Sam Bennett.
Yep, Sam Bennett's going to take a seat here for 2 minutes.
Ouch.
This is some hot water for the Panthers now. Panthers came out, had some good jump to start the third period. Just weren't able to beat Calvin Pickard.
Pickard made some saves. Now you're taking a tripping penalty in behind the plate. And I was on the wall against Draisaitl, and he was trying to put the stick in the midsection. And that, as we said, in the first period, the Panthers' penalties that they took from the Oilers, they were pretty obvious. Well, that one there by Bennett gets right in the stick of Draisaitl. You slow him up, you trip him down, it's going to be called.
So a face-off upcoming, far circle. Down to our right, inside the Panthers' end. To the right, the stick side of Sergei Bobrovsky, and off the draw, Edmonton controls the puck. Bouchard. Now to Nugent Hopkins, who has one for Edmonton on the power play tonight. Markov, a takeaway in the far corner. Wasn't able to get it off his stick for a clear, and then a pile-up ensues on the end wall. 2-on-2 scrum back behind the Panthers' net. Ekblad has it held up on the end boards. And eventually, the puck comes free. Forsling on it. He'll try and clear it. Bouchard just kept it into the line. Backhand to Draisaitl. Tipped up the near side, McDavid. He's planted by Ekblad, but he got a pass out to Draisaitl. A cross for Bouchard. Over that far half wall for Nugent Hopkins. And then it's played across. Bouchard to Draisaitl to the near corner. Perry winds it around and out of the reach of Nugent Hopkins. The Oilers will have to restart in their own end. That helps the Panthers' penalty kill cause a little bit here. 1:10 left in the Bennett penalty. Evan Bouchard, left to right across your radio. Drop pass, Connor McDavid. Full head of steam to center ice he goes. Dangles in offensively. Lost it at the line. Perry with it now. Corey Perry here on the near side for Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid out to the right point. Bouchard backs across the line. Looks right. McDavid out beyond the top of the right circle to the high slot. Looks over for Bouchard. Off Lewis, in and stick. Bouchard on it. Back across to an open McDavid to the high slot. Tees one up. A blast. Save by Bobrovsky. The rebound. Oh, what a save by Bobrovsky. Put the left hand on Corey Perry. The Oilers keep it alive, though. McDavid down for Nugent Hopkins. Up top for McDavid. It bounced over his stick and goes down to our left. Pickard moves it on quickly. Still 29 seconds of Edmonton power play time left here. 10:52 to go in the third. This game tied at 3.
McDavid twice right down the throat. First time he tried to pass it. Second time, looked like he was coming in on a hardest shot contest. He got way down deep. Ripped it, and then the rebound to Perry. Fabulous stuff by Bobrovsky.
And now an Edmonton pass to flex out of play, so a face-off upcoming.
But after Bobrovsky giving up that goal to Nurse, talk about some of the saves he's been able to make in this game. And I'm surprised McDavid doesn't shoot. It wasn't a rebound. I actually hit Corey Perry in front, and Perry was able to corral it, and then Bobrovsky comes over to make the save. But with that middle of the ice, Connor McDavid, he was almost forced into shooting it. First time it was wide open, and the second time they left him all alone again. That's a dangerous play to leave him come down like that, and he was able to get a lot of it, hit his teammate Corey Perry, but he does look to pass a lot. First option, and it's crazy. He can score 60 if he elected to shoot all the time, but he always seems to have that pass first notion in his head.
It's tough to nitpick the man with maybe the most unique skill set in the history of the sport, but he passes up a lot of shots, Billy.
Yeah, finally there he realized that, I'm down Main Street here. No one's around me, and by the time he said, okay, I'm finally going to go with it, it was a slap shot from inside the top of the face-off circles.
5 seconds on the Edmonton power play. Wallman far side. Kane knocked down hard by Anton Lundell, and that took one of our linesmen down in the process. 10:27 left in the third.
We've seen the referees and linesmen take some beatings in these playoffs and keep on ticking.
Speaking of, Chris Rooney's working this game tonight.
Had the big stick by Mikkola in the face.
We talked about it a couple of games ago. Great to see him back in action working these Stanley Cup finals.
Well, 1 second from getting through that penalty, Sam Bennett. So you dodge another bullet.
Yep, back to 5-on-5 here in 1 second. Bennett's on his feet, ready to bolt straight to the ice with Rodriguez, Tkachuk, Schmidt, and Kulikov on. Off the face-off, Rodriguez got it back. It's cleared on by Evander Kane. It got by Bennett, who was jumping right out of the penalty box. Behind the net, Nate Schmidt had it sliced away by Jeff Skinner. Then Evander Kane looking out front, can't get a pass through. Rodriguez will clear. Wallman backed up to the center red line, across the ice for Ekholm. Puck driven in, down and around, far side. Kane whips on one. Sam Bennett after it. He was trying to settle one down. It's still loose to the far corner, and Connor Brown has it for the Oilers. Rolls along the far side. Tkachuk, he stood up, wasn't able to clear. Held in as it's backhanded by Wallman down to the corner. Wallman, a pretty good play out along the boards there. Now Adam Henrique. He'll whip it around the end wall for the Oilers. Here on the near side, tracked down by Connor Brown. Cut off by Kulikov. He'll clear for the Panthers. Down to our left, this one goes, and it's an icing call against the Panthers now. With 9:42 left in the third, 3-3 is the score coming down the stretch here in period number 3 tonight. All knotted up at 3 apiece here this evening. Panthers fans, score big on game day with Stoner's Pizza. Get 50% off all pizzas when you order on Panthers game day. Just use promo code GOCATS, available online in the app or in store. Stoner's Pizza, the official pizza of the Panthers. Price and participation may vary.
Need a face-off win and a line change.
And the face-off win happens. Reinhart got it back. Up the near side, Schmidt will clear. This one goes all the way down, and no icing here. Kulak's going to have to make a play on it. Kulak up the far side. He'll dump it down to our right. Back inside the Panthers zone. Forsling launched it along at deflection. It goes out of play. 9:22 left in the third. 3-3 the score. And we will bring it back for more third period action here in Game 4 in a moment on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Hey, Panthers fans. Time to face off. Hockey is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the sellies this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cats games or to any other live event in South Florida, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts, all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
The moves the Panthers make on the ice count. American Van Lines knows the moves you make count the most. As the official mover of the Florida Panthers, we always want to win by providing you with the most hassle-free move of your life. I'm Anthony DeSorbo, owner of American Van Lines. When it's time to move, give us a call because we'll give you a solid upfront quote that you can count on. When the time is short and you need to make a move, depend on our pros at American Van Lines. Go Panthers and move with the champs, American Van Lines.
9:22 to go, third period, 3-3. Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers here at Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise. The series will shift to Edmonton for Game 5 Saturday at 8 Eastern. And as much as we love all the folks here at Amerant Bank Arena, in a perfect world, the Panthers would be playing their final home game here this evening.
That's a long ways off.
But that's a lot to ask right now. There's a lot to get done before you could have something like that. Here on the near side of the ice, Corey Perry. Down to the corner for Edmonton. All down by Mikkola. Going to pile up on the end boards. Panthers will try and advance it. Tkachuk to Rodriguez here on the near side. Panthers out of his zone, right to left across your radio. Puck played deep into the Edmonton zone. Back behind the net, rolling puck on it for the Oilers. Draisaitl snapped out of the zone. Puck pulls into Perry, and then punched along off the Panther, rolled up to the Panthers' blue line. Tkachuk pass on the counterattack to Rodriguez. He had it nudged away at the Oilers line. Back in go the Edmonton Oilers. Perry, puck pulls and shot. And a right pad save made by Bobrovsky. Kulak Out to the line for Nurse then. Into the right circle. Wrist shot. A save made by Bobrovsky through traffic, and he will hold it. 8:42 to go in the third. 3-3 the score, Billy, in the third period. These two goaltenders have both been outstanding.
Yeah, you're starting to feed into the Oilers' speed. Turnovers, offensive blue line, come back the other way. Corey Perry, Podkolzin the blast. One-timer, and Bobrovsky able to make the right pad save. But a couple of turnovers coming back the other way, and you do not want to feed the beast in the Edmonton Oilers, which is their speed. Those easy entries into the offensive zone are going to hurt you. And you can't have it. They back the defenseman off at the blue line. Gap control is not good. And when they tackle with that kind of speed, as a defenseman, your gap control has to be forced back off that blue line.
Dmitry Kulikov, a pass up the far boards, bounces into the neutral zone, and Edmonton able to pounce on possession of the puck. Jeff Skinner here on the near side. Oh, Kulikov went for the big hit, and he got Skinner a little bit up high, got a piece of him, and knocked him down, and the Panthers start back. Here's Anton Lundell. Up the near side, Marchand to the circle. A shot saved by Calvin Pickard to the corner. It goes. Rolling puck, and Ekholm taps it along for Henrique. Dropped back for Ekholm off the glass far side. This one clears the zone. And Forsling will play it rink wide. Marchand a lane. Marchand heads in, drops it off. Lundell near circle to the net. Pinballing puck, and Kulak able to cut it off before it got through to Calvin Pickard. He will loft one out of the zone. Down to our right, Connor Brown after it for Edmonton. Puck gets caught up in the skates of one of the officials. It's picked up then by Nugent Hopkins, who tried to rip one cross ice. That deflects off the skate and goes all the way down to our left. Brett Kulak back for it. Barkov muscles him off the puck. Now it's Reinhart to the net. Backhand tried to go high short side, missed wide. Along the near boards, then Reinhart. Into the near circle. Backhand down behind the net. It got away from Verhaeghe. Cutting in from the line is Seth Jones. He'll push it down to that far corner. Nugent Hopkins with it for Edmonton. Couldn't advance it there. Battle continues over on that far side, then spills back behind the Edmonton net. Bouchard up the near wall, and it's poked to the line. Held in by Barkov with that long reach. Now McDavid tried to backhand it out of the zone, couldn't. Nikola to the corner. Reinhart leaned on there by Kulak. 2-on-2 scrum on the end boards then. Verhaeghe trying to jar the puck free with exactly 7 minutes to play in the third. Tied at 3 here in game 4. Verhaeghe out to the line. Seth Jones. Backhand down to the near corner. And this one is going to be taken back by the Oilers. Bouchard up the far side. And now here goes Nugent Hopkins in over the Panthers line to the high slot. Feathers one out front. Batted at by McDavid. A swing and a miss. And then it was kicked away by Bobrovsky. On the inboards, Reinhart tried to drop it off for Jones. And then a battle back behind the net. Reinhart recovers control. And his pass for Barkov. It's poked away. Now a chance to the front of the net. It's Woolman. A drive. He scores. He was set up by Kaplan. Woolman one-times it by Bobrovsky. And Edmonton has taken the lead for the first time down. It's 4-3 Oilers with 6:24 to go in the third.
Barkov line got caught out there for an extended shift.
Very long shift.
Yeah, too long. There's a point where you could have gotten off the ice, but they had it going offensively and felt they could continue. They come back the other way. Edmonton gets a line change, and it's a battle behind the net, but you're tired. You're worn out, and Barkov gets the puck, makes a mistake. It's in his skates, and he tries to stick handle with it. As soon as he tried to stick handle with it, Janmark was able to take it, get it over quickly, and then up to the middle of the ice, over to Wallman, and Bobrovsky cannot get over in time, and Edmonton takes a 4-3 lead here in game number 4.
And Wallman got all of that one.
Yes. But that's fatigue. The long shifts, even it's a short change. You're out there, even if it's going your way and you got the offensive pressure, still have that internal time clock in the back of your head of knowing when to get off the ice.
Puck backhanded up the near side. Janmark to Kapanen, right circle. Patiently down to the near corner, looking for a lane. And Kapanen held on to it a hair too long. It was poked away. Kulikov into Rodriguez. Now the Panthers, the team that needs to respond. A pass from Tkachuk to Bennett, just missed the mark. Bennett back on it, near corner, winds it around. Far side, Matthew Tkachuk rims out to the far point. Luo Storinen, he'll hold it down low. Now a shot from Tkachuk, save made Pickard. Bennett slow to get back to his feet near the edge of the goal crease. There was some contact away from the play. Now back in go the Panthers, but a pass to Tkachuk. He was not yet out of the Edmonton zone, so an offside call. 5:39 to go in the third, 4-3 Edmonton, and we will step to our final commercial break. here in Game 4. We will be back with more in a moment. Panthers looking to tie it up on the other side. It's the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Welcome people is a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Tabanero Hot Sauce is bringing the heat to the rink this game day, folks. As the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, enjoy Tabanero today at any concession stand at the Amerant Bank Arena. We've got it in every flavor: original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Their premium sauce blends are crafted right here in South Florida from all natural, locally sourced ingredients. And the party doesn't have to stop after the stadium. Take Tabanero home with you by visiting your local Florida retail stores. Savor the flavor of Tabanero. Catch your Florida Panthers and Amerant Bank Arena world-class shows and events in the most premium setting in South Florida. Our private and exclusive suites, as well as our all-inclusive clubs including Amerant Vault and Corona Beach House, offering multiple ways to forge unforgettable connections with friends, family, employees, and top clients. You'll never want to experience a game or concert any other way. For more information, visit FloridaPanthers.com or call 954-835-PUCK today.
5:39 to go in the third. 4-3 Edmonton. The Oilers leading for the first time tonight. That was the first goal scored in this third period at 13:36 of the third period. Wallman's second of the playoffs from Kapanen and Nugent-Hopkins. That has Edmonton up 4-3. The Edmonton goal scorers: Nugent-Hopkins, Nurse, Podkolzin, Wallman. No McDavid, no Draisaitl in that mix. They have some helpers between the two of them. Back behind the net, off to the near corner. Podkolzin had the puck nudged away. Through the neutral zone, Brett Kulak a whack at one. Podkolzin far side, dumped in by Perry. And the puck goes back behind the Panthers net. Podkolzin a hard lick on Mikkola. Jones up the far side for Marchand. Out of the zone, then Lundell. He'll rip one down to our left. Back behind the net, Calvin Pickard, the goaltender, swings it off to the far corner. Edmonton playing with the lead for the first time in the hockey game, and 5 minutes and change remaining here. A hard hit on Marchand along the far boards from Draisaitl. Got him in the numbers, but no call. Arena pass across. It's away from Mikkola. Has to play it back in from neutral ice, so the Panthers tag up and get onside. Pickard leaves it behind the net with the defenseman Brett Kulak. He fakes, handing it to McDavid. Kulak up the far boards into the skates of Aaron Ekblad. Quick transition pass to Reinhart. Backhand chip deep into the Edmonton zone down to our left. Behind the net, it's McDavid. Far side for Nugent-Hopkins. He'll hand one on for Bouchard. Bouchard up to center. Right side for Connor Brown to the circle. Walks in. Flings one across the top of the goal crease. Wide. That rims out of the zone. Far side of the ice. Reinhart a bat at one. And this one goes up to the Edmonton line. Dumped in by Ekblad. Out of the near corner. Picked up, cleared on by Bouchard. Schmidt to Verhaeghe. Carter Verhaeghe plays it down to our left. Back behind the net. Handled there by Wallman for Edmonton. 4:04 to go, third period. 4-3 Oilers. Wallman. Long bank pass, Jeff Skinner. Nudged one along, up to the Panthers line. Kulikov sends it back out to center. Bennett dodges Trent Frederick's pressure. Up to the offensive line, but an offside call against the Panthers here. 3:51 to go in the third. 4-3. It's Edmonton in front of the Panthers. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you here this evening.
Give credit to Knobloch and Pickard. The change was made. Sparked the team. Pickard's been solid, and he's made the saves, and they've stormed all the way back. And everyone talks about Edmonton being deeper this year. Well, we're getting a first-hand glimpse of it here in game number 4. You mentioned the goal scorers that last play. Kasperi Kapanen, Janmark. Haven't seen a lot of ice time. They get over to Wallman.
Yep, the Edmonton supporting cast has come up pretty big here as this game's gone along. And you'd think that regardless of how things play out, Pickard's going to be the Game 5 starter for Edmonton. Here on the near side, Nate Schmidt walks it in, plays a pass out front, that's batted away, and Janmark will push one ahead. The Oilers cruise out of their own end. Here's Draisaitl, made one-man miss, cuts in, Draisaitl shots, save made by Bobrovsky. As Leon Draisaitl walked around everybody, but Sergei Bobrovsky was able to make the save on big number 29. Keeps the Panthers within one with 3:25 left in the third.
Kulikov went for the big hit at the blue line. You're not going to do that against Draisaitl. And inside, outside, walks in, and big man like that just walked around Kulikov, scoring chance, and Bobrovsky able to make the save. Kulikov there. It's not time to rattle the cages. You got to back off, stick, stay inside, and make sure Draisaitl can't get to that middle.
Now a long pass out of the zone from Marchand. It's knocked out of midair around center, and Henrique will play it back in for Edmonton. Skinner, far side shot wide. Off the end boards then, here along the near wall. It's Trent Frederick in after one. And then Henrique has it batted away by Anton Lundell. Puck goes into the neutral zone. Darnell Nurse there. He's shoved hard by Luostarinen, but Nurse was able to dump the puck in on Bobrovsky. Inside 3 minutes in regulation time remaining. 4-3 Edmonton. Marchand into the offensive end. Lobs one in on Calvin Pickard. The goaltender swings it up the near boards. Nugent Hopkins can't field it. He'll eventually find it along the near side. Winds it around far boards. Ekholm took a hard shove there. A puck over on that far side. Bennett out to the line. Long shot. Marchand wide. Here on the near boards, Mikkola to the corner. McDavid there against him. Then Bouchard behind the net. Up the far side, Nugent Hopkins and the puck cleared. Bobrovsky starting to drift out of the crease.
You'll get your chance here. Icing.
Yep, icing call against Edmonton. So 2:26 left in the third. 4-3. It's the Oilers in front. Shots are 35-31 for the Panthers. And Bobrovsky is making his way to the Panthers bench in favor of the extra attacker. As it currently stands, the Panthers on the ice are Barkov, Tkachuk, Reinhart, Bennett, Ekblad, and Jones. So the 6-on-5 with the net empty. Panthers looking for one to tie. 2:26 left in the third period of Game 4 here in this Stanley Cup Final. Panthers lead the series 2-1. If the Panthers win this, the Cup will be in the building on Saturday night. Off the face-off, Tkachuk. A shot through traffic wide. Pickard didn't see it till the last second there. Puck played up the near boards then by Bouchard, and the Panthers will be forced to reload the neutral zone. Reinhart near side, Ekblad. Flips it down to our left. Picked up, and eventually it's Bouchard there, couldn't clear. Tkachuk sends it around. Far boards Adam Henrique. Tied up there by Ekblad. Reinhart to the line. Seth Jones to Barkov. Barkov long shot wide. Tkachuk backhand feet. Bennett near circle. Sam Bennett out to the line. Barkov across Jones. Right circle, it's Reinhart. Reinhart, Ekblad, a shot. It's just wide. Here's Barkov down to the near corner, left wing side. Flutters one out front, out to the right point, handled there by Jones. Into the far corner, Barkov. In the circle, Barkov there. Backhand side of the net, off the skate of Tkachuk. This one picked up and pushed along, and the Oilers unable to get it out. McDavid couldn't clear. Back behind the net, Tkachuk. Bennett near circle, a shot that's wide. Rims around, far side of the ice along the boards. Reinhart into the right circle, a shot that's off an Oiler, and into the mesh for a stoppage. 1:21 left in the third. 4-3 Edmonton, and I think I smell a timeout here.
Yeah, timeout coming up. They can't clear the puck, and McDavid tried to skate it out of the zone, led to extra opportunities for the Panthers, and they fired it wide a couple of times. Most notably, Ekblad in that high slot. He loves it there for that one-timer. Came loose to him and hits the net there. Good chance it's going in. Minute 21 on the clock. Paul Maurice, coaching staff, calls his timeout. Jamie Compton, that runs the power play unit, over there with the whiteboard in charge of the 6-on-5 situation. Paul Maurice will just hang back and let Jamie do all the work.
1:21 left in the third period. 4-3 Edmonton. Panthers lead the series 2-1. And again, if the Panthers win this thing, the Cup will be in the building Saturday night at Rogers Place. If Edmonton wins this one, it resets to a best-of-3 series with the Oilers regaining the home ice advantage.
The seesaws and the ups and downs and swings of this series outside of Game 3 have been titanic.
Face-off, far circle down to our left, inside the Edmonton zone. Off the face-off, the Oilers control. Draisaitl won the draw from Reinhart. This one sent long toward the empty net. And missing wide on the vacated cage is Brett Kulak. So for the Panthers with the net empty, again, it's the grouping of Barkov, Tkachuk, Bennett, Reinhart, Ekblad, Jones. For Edmonton, McDavid, Draisaitl, Janmark, Kulak, and Bouchard. Face off near circle down to our left off the draw. Again, it was Draisaitl getting it back. Bouchard to clear. This one takes a roll. It won't have the distance for the empty net, won't have the accuracy either. Took a roll. And now it's Seth Jones up the near side for Tkachuk. He'll angle one down. Icing call against the Panthers with 1:01 to go in the third. 4-3 Edmonton, and at this juncture, even if you're right up near center, if you're not there, they might get you for it, and they did there.
Well, it was the turnaround. He had to turn around from his backhand to his forehand, and once he did that, he got behind the red line. Bobrovsky has to go back into the net.
Face-off to Bobrovsky's right down to our right off the face-off. It's clubbed in on net by Draisaitl, and Bobrovsky shakes it away. So into the final minute we go. Panthers need one to tie. 54 seconds left. Pass from Jones to Ekblad, redirected down to our left. Bouchard gets there first for Edmonton. Off the glass, clears. Jones sent back into his own end. Jones to Ekblad. Cross ice to Barkov. Off his right skate, deflects down to our left, deep into the Edmonton end. Kulak kept it to the outside. Here's Bouchard, and he will hammer one out of the zone, out to center ice. Panthers net empty once again. Half minute to go in regulation time. Tkachuk plays it down. Pickard, the goaltender. Far corner, Kulak. Up the far side, Verhaeghe stops it up. Bennett in close. Reinhart in front. Tkachuk. Reinhart shot, and he scores! And Sam Reinhart ties the game with 19.5 seconds to go. Here in the third, we are tied at 4. Sam Reinhart comes through and ties the game.
If they can't handle anymore, well, they dig it out of the corner, and Bennett is able to get it in front. A little touch pass back from Reinhart to Tkachuk, and Tkachuk shot is kind of wobbled around, and it just kind of bounces onto his stick, and Reinhart on the side of the net. And we talked about that aggressive goaltending from Pickard, out to challenge shots. Well, this time he's out of his net way against Barkov, and he can't recover in time. This is a play where he may be better off suited deeper into his crease. But the Panthers get control down low. Tkachuk to Reinhart, back to Tkachuk, the shot. And Reinhart able to finish it off with 19.5 seconds on the clock, 4-4.
So a whole new hockey game here as Luo Storinen sends it down to our left. Nurse, near corner Ekholm, up the boards. Connor Brown there, and he will hand one on for Nugent Hopkins. Played over the Panthers line. Mikkola down to our right. That's going to be it for regulation time. The Panthers come back and tie the game. After Edmonton stormed all the way back and took a lead at 4-3, Reinhart ties the game for the Panthers. Sam Reinhart, his 6th of the playoffs, coming through in a big spot once again. And Sam Reinhart, who, with the game winner in Game 7 last year, has the biggest goal in Panthers history. No offense, Bill.